to hear coming from your radio is not a mistake.
Get up, San Diego!
Yeah! Turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go. Go.
Go, go, go!
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw in the morning.
Work it, baby.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah?
Yes!
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
You are the best thing on the radio!
Very shagadelic.
101 KGB.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
The DSC.
KGB.
All right, bro, I'm going to let you go. Thank you. So, Laura,
Yeah.
you developing feelings for this guy?
Well, sure. He's a great guy.
Yeah. But, I mean, you guys have actually been, like, on romantic dates where there wasn't, like, I don't know, a radio station prize at the end of the night.
Exactly. No, he's a wonderful cook. He cooked me dinner.
Wow.
Banana fish, right?
He made lobster and artichokes.
Sweet.
Did he make Laura choke?
Enough about art.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw!
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
KGB.
Tell me about the joke. Gotta hear the joke of the day. Want you to know the joke right now.
Well, boys and girls, this is the story of Little Red Riding Hood.
Hi! I'm Red Riding Hood.
Hey, what you got in the basket there, Red?
Goodies for Grandma. I've got cookies and apples
Oh, yeah.
and a hot cherry pie.
Wow, that's swell. Well, on your way. Soon Red Riding Hood rounded a corner, and who should be crouched down behind a log but the big bad wolf?
It's the big bad wolf. Say, what great big eyes you have, Mr. Wolf.
Well, sir, the wolf was quite surprised, so much so that he hopped up, scampered away quickly, his tail between his legs. And with that, Red was back on her way.
I was humming Turn This Mother Out.
But no sooner had she resumed her trip to Grandma's house did she spy the wolf crouching behind a bush.
It's the wolf! My goodness! What great big ears you have, Mr. Wolf!
The wolf, looking quite surprised, gasped and dashed away, again with his tail between his legs. And with that, Red continued on the path to Grandma's house. And just as the familiar, cozy-looking cottage was in sight, Red Riding Hood saw the wolf crouched down, hiding behind a big rock.
Oh my goodness! It's the big bad wolf! And what great big teeth you have!
The wolf, shocked at being discovered for a third time, poked his head out from behind the rock and shouted,
Hey, will you buzz off and let a wolf take a crap?
Well, I saw fireworks from the freeway, and behind closed eyes I can't make them go away. Cause you were born on the 4th of July. Freedom ring, well, something on the surface, it stinks. I see something on the surface, well, it kinda makes me nervous. Who say that you deserve this, and what kind of God would serve this? We will cure this dirty old disease. Well, if you got the poison, I've got the remedy. The remedy is the experience. This is a dangerous liaison. I says the comedy, is that serious? This is a strange enough new play on words. I said the tragedy is how you're gonna spend the rest of your nights with the light on. So shine the light on all of your friends. Well, it all amounts to nothing in the end. I won't worry my life away. Hey, I won't worry my life away. Hey, well, I heard too kind of new reality show. Uncovering the ways to plan the next big attack while they were counting down the ways to stab the brother in the be right back. After this, the unavoidable kiss with a minty fresh damp breath that's sure to outlast this catastrophe. Dance with me, cause if you got the poison, I've got the remedy. The remedy is the experience. This is a dangerous liaison. I says the comedy is that it's serious. This is a strange enough new play on words. I said the tragedy is how you're gonna spend the rest of your nights with the light on. So shine the light on all of your friends when it all amounts to nothing in the end. I won't worry my life away. I won't worry my life away. When I fall in love, I take my time. There's no need to hurry when I'm making up my mind. You can turn off the sun, but I'm still gonna shine. And then I tell you why. Because the remedy is the experience. This is a dangerous liaison. I says the comedy is that it's serious. This is a strange enough new play on words. I said the tragedy is how you're gonna spend the rest of your nights with the light on. So shine the light on all of your friends when it all amounts to nothing in the end. 'Cause I won't worry my life away. I won't worry my life away. I won't worry my life. I won't worry my life away. No, 'cause I won't worry my life away. Worry my life away.
Good morning. It's KCB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. You might be excited to know that the extraordinarily hairy Al-Qaeda guy that we...
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, we had nothing to do with it, that Pakistan captured.
Yeah.
He's making news this morning saying Osama bin Laden is alive and well.
Right.
But do you believe the guy? I mean, come on. He's a bad guy. I think he is, probably.
Yeah.
But do you believe everything that this guy says? What's the first thing this guy is going to do likely?
Give us misinformation.
Right, start lying to us.
Yeah, but aren't they torturing them?
I hope so.
Well, how do you think they're getting information out of him? He spent the first 20 hours reciting the Quran.
The greatest thing that happened about the capture of this guy was that the United States didn't capture him. Pakistanis captured him. Now, I don't know what kind of human rights that they have over there, but certainly no one's got it as easy as the Americans do.
Yes.
So start cutting fingers off.
They treat the women well. They love life.
Well, I'll tell you what, the greatest thing that happened in the capture of this guy is that it didn't happen here, it didn't happen by American forces. The greatest thing that could happen is Americans would find out where all these bad guys are and send in, like, guys from Turkey or something, where they don't have human rights. Do they have human rights in Turkey?
They don't even have humans.
Not if Midnight Express was right.
That's the only thing I apply it to. And people in Turkey have got to be going, we're better than that damn movie. Give me a break. Just don't bring any heroin in here. You'll be fine.
Exactly. But you got to think that there was some truth to that.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, she wants to go to like Israel and Turkey and all these odd places. You know,
Oh, good God, get the Travel Channel.
I know. If you're
What are
going
you
to fly
thinking?
over the big ocean, go to places like, London and Paris.
Yeah.
Turkey? Ew. Well, you smoke the hookah pipe? What are you going to do over there?
Well, I wouldn't have any problem with that, but I mean, it's Turkey. Come on.
I know. What are you going to do? What are you going to visit? What are you going to see?
What are you going to get, one of them towels or
I
what?
don't know.
I don't
I don't understand that travel part of it at all.
Yeah.
Go to the normal places like Ireland and get drunk. Come on.
Israel? Come on, what, you want to see the holy city? Whatever, okay. My dad and stepmom went there, and all they could do was bring their own food, bring their own water, not eat anything, and don't touch the doorknob.
Why the food thing? And why? Oh, okay. One thing at a time. The water I get.
Right.
The food I don't understand.
Just terrible. He said there was just nothing to eat. There was awful, terrible food.
It's all paste.
It's
What's that paste made out
Hummus.
of garbanzo beans? It's
Yeah.
all hummus
It's
over
all
there.
hummus.
I've never been there, and I know that it's all hummus and hard crackers.
This is good.
And he said that they were on a tour with a bunch of people, and almost everybody else on the tour except them, sick. You know,
Really?
holding it back, doing the clench on a 6-hour bus ride through
Really?
the holy city to see the place where Jesus was born. Whatever.
Fun.
And Pops and stepmom brought their own food and power bars and stuff.
Bethlehem
Yeah.
is almost like Times Square now. It's all neon and exciting and lights and...
Oh, is there a big neon arrow here? Christ child born here.
Yeah.
Start
Well,
on in.
there's a thing called Manger Square,
I've seen
which is the
news
center of
reports from
town.
there. Yeah.
And it's like, strippers and hookers and...
Sweet.
Da 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 da.
It's weird. It should just be like a little cave or something like that, and a donkey standing outside.
Something reverent, something.
I don't know. I can see you wanting to go to Israel, but Turkey, it's all. And how can you like hummus? How can you like pasty food that sounds like Hummer?
Hummus is good.
I think hummus is good,
Just
but
garbanzo beans.
not every day on your vacation.
Hummus is good.
Why wouldn't people want to?
steak?
The best thing
what?
about hummus is the pita bread, nice and hot.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to come to America where they have hamburgers and steaks and fries and things like that? The food here is awesome.
It is better.
Good Italian food here in America.
Right.
Well, you go to other countries and they're eating like bugs and monkey heads and stuff like that. And it's one of the things that bugs me about travel. Beth is dying to go to places like Hong Kong.
Well, she likes the food.
Forget it.
I know.
Never in a million years. Go yourself, go with friends, go with your sisters, whatever. No way.
Well, I think you, like I am, kind of like, well, I got my house the way I want it. I don't need to go anywhere. I've
That's
got
the
the
way
clicky. I've got the Travel Channel.
That's the way it's
Fine.
gotten to be.
I know. Which means we're old, but that's okay.
I guess. I don't know.
And
So
just
many-
comfortable.
So many times she said to me, shouldn't we get one of those cottages on the beach? Oh, have you seen these places? The only thing they've got going for them is that they're on the beach. They are dumps.
Ooh.
Oh, nasty.
That you pay reasonable amounts for, I'm
Well,
sure.
like, the Crystal Pier.
Yeah.
I'll get you one of those wave-sounding machines. How'll that be? And a garden hose. What's up, Toots? Toots? Huh? What?
You think that's funny, huh?
The luckiest woman in the world.
Don't treat me like a Brownwood, honey.
What are you talking about, hon? What are you talking about, hon?
Bye.
What'd she say? Oh, she can't hear me. I've got the phone turned off.
Nice claw hands.
Thank you.
That was almost really cool.
Oh, except it
I thought
wasn't.
she was caught in the Phantom Zone, but she wasn't.
No, I thought
Smarter
Dave
than
said
that.
something, and she.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I'm sorry. I did not know that I had you turned off.
Damn it.
Did you hear me talking?
I heard you say,
Yes.
"Don't treat me like a Brahmin," and then thanks, a-hole, click.
I'm not going to be ignored, Dan.
I thought you were just letting me be in that zone.
No, I'm sorry. I
Be gone by
apologize.
the time you get home.
What's going on?
I don't want to go to Hong Kong.
Where do you want to go?
Japan.
Forget it.
Cookie and I have been there. We'll send you pictures.
Go to Thailand.
Thailand. Oh, I would love to go to Thailand.
Let's
You
turn
know,
her
I
off.
have a
Let's
girlfriend
turn
who
her
lives
off
in
now.
Japan right
Let's turn
now.
her off.
Right.
Are you putting me there again?
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
You know what? That so-called Sweet Emily is really pushing her luck.
Why is
What's she
that?
doing
She
now?
talks to me like this. Hi, Beth. How are you? Imitating me.
I think she just wants to make you feel comfortable. on the phone.
Mocking me.
Yeah.
You know, she does that out in front of the. She does that out in front of the hospital. She limps around in front of all the therapeutic buses that are stopping to let the people out, getting out for, rehabilitation. She goes walking by.
And she acts so sweet.
That's her way.
That's her cover. Yeah.
Cutthroat. Thailand. Why would you want to go to Thailand, huh?
Oh, it looks awesome.
Well, why don't you join the Marines? I hear they get to go there almost every time.
I hear they put on great shows for Marines.
That's right.
That's not my kind of show.
Come on, they can make change. It's amazing.
Her favorite restaurant in town. You know, I have some favorite restaurants in town. I like Donovan's.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Outback.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, places where they
Brigantine.
Places where they the Brigantine.
Right,
Went there for lunch yesterday. Places where they cook food and bring it to you cooked and it's hot.
I like when it runs out at you.
Well, the last place you and I went,
You eat the scariest food.
Shelley, wasn't that awesome when you
It
and I
was
went?
great food. I loved
Where'd you
that
go?
food.
Cheon, the Vietnamese restaurant in Rancho Bernardo.
That's not too frightening.
No.
But the place that you go to
In Kearney Mesa.
in Kearney Mesa, what's it called? Spicy
Beijing,
City.
Spicy City.
Is that the dim sum place?
They serve chicken feet, and I want to know what they look like.
Have you been to dim sum?
I have not. I don't think
It's
I'm going to be a fan of
god
that.
awful.
You know what? It would be good
Satan
if we knew
himself invented dim sum.
We didn't know what to order. That's why we didn't like it.
It's like see-through food. It's clear and it wiggles.
Like organs.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's for me. I mean, the most exotic I get is like oysters.
It's not for humans.
Oh.
It's
Some humans eat it, just not
I went
us.
with the Lunch Brothers one time. Ron and John and a bunch of guys who went to dim sum.
Once again into the reference that no one will get who's listening to the show.
But
And
you
that's
got
what I'm
it.
here for.
Thank you.
We have a special name
And-
for our club.
And I went to lunch with them, and I had to go to lunch after I got back because I wouldn't eat any of the
Oh,
crap.
that's what I did. Well, one of those fellas had constantly been talking about dim sum, and Beth is a very experimental eater, and so we contacted those guys and said, "Where's the best place in town to go for dim sum?" And they said one of these places here in Kearney Mesa, and they went there, and we went there. And I don't know if all dim sum places are the same, but we went to this one, and they wheel around carts of food, and it's like a little mini version of Let's Make a Deal. And you say, I'll have what's behind door number 3 right there. And, they open up the door, and whatever gelatinous glob flops out, lands on your plate. And I didn't eat a damn thing. I didn't eat one thing, Boyer. Nothing.
Good move.
God awful. Horrifying. Satan gets frightened in there.
Hey.
What do you mean? You didn't like it?
Well, no, but you have to know what to order. Like at sushi restaurants, you have to know what to order. And we just didn't know.
Have a glass of ice water, please, and a napkin.
You'd be lucky to get one of the flavored toothpicks.
I always say I should have married an Asian man.
She does. Or Mexican. She always wants to either go, or Chinese, yeah. Well,
But Asian.
yeah, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Thailand, all those guys, they all have it over me.
They do.
Mr. Meat and Potatoes.
Never get to go to a round eye restaurant.
And I'm always the only one there.
Wayne on the KGB. Wayne, what's going on?
Hey, nothing. What's happening there?
Nothing. Has your life changed since your name has become Wayne?
No.
Wayne, the Wayne train. What's
Hey,
up?
I wanted to let you know I went to Koh Phi where they made the movie The Island.
Who, what, where?
Oh, yeah. I remember
yeah.
Koh Phi Phi, and I remember that
Hey,
island.
what a great place.
Wow.
That's in Thailand.
Oh, it looks
Yeah,
beautiful in the
take-
movie.
Beautiful place.
What are you guys talking about?
What movie?
What are you guys talking about?
Wasn't it just called The Island?
Oh, I think, yeah.
Who's in it?
With,
Screech.
with
Screech is in it. Dave.
the
It
drug
was a big
dealers. I
hit.
don't know what the hell it was. But great place. They got discotheques and all kinds.
Yeah, Dave's all about dancing.
Yeah. Sounds like
The
a
place was
perfect vacation.
$25 a night,
Uh-huh.
thick and clean, and just a blast. And you're
They
right
don't have
there.
any of that here in America. Like
I mean,
in
how'd
my
you like to stay
hometown.
in a gourmet, or in a grass hut?
and they got the best food there. They got anything you want.
I want a nice big
the
steak.
lobster, the snails, the whole shoot.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want snails.
You are a snail freak.
Speaking of which, did you guys notice in the hall yesterday? Did you? Huh?
I could go in our backyard if I wanted to.
Yeah, there was a snail on the wall in the hall yesterday.
Excellent.
I saw it too.
And I mean, it was like way down the hall. It's not like it just got in. That snail lived half its life in this building.
It was way down the hall?
It was way down here, and the closest access to outside is 50 feet away. That's a half a life for a snail.
I put it back to its home.
Oh, you liberated it?
Yes, I did.
Just like when we liberated the French back there in the 50s?
Yes, I remember that under General Schwarzkopf, my friend.
Gotcha, buddy.
God.
Liberated them from the Japanese after the Japanese took over France.
That's right.
What?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Cookie, you
in our
touched that
blood.
thing? You picked it up with your bare hands?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my God.
And then he ate it.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then he ate it.
I rubbed it all
First
in my
he made
body.
out with it.
First he got naked with it and rolled all over it. And he put it in his pillow.
Coated my tongue with it there, Ruth, and then I threw it out the door. Thank you.
Dip it in a little garlic butter.
I don't mind if you have to touch the occasional snail. It's not my favorite thing to do.
No.
But I don't like it when you go outside and there's snail tracks all over the
Yeah,
place.
I mean,
Or
What
how
are those
about
things?
when
Are
you
they just
step on one in the dark?
I mean,
barefoot?
if there's one on the bedpost or, on the dinner plate, go ahead and throw. What?
But what's with the tracks those things leave? Are they just slime makers?
Yes.
Evidently.
I think they are. I think they're just like...
And what are they? They're just a thing of goo.
They're
Well, that's
just
so they know
snot.
their way home, David.
Like they're moving fast enough to make
Yeah.
it back home. I think that's why they have their shells on their back.
But I mean, have you ever seen the tracks they leave?
It's horrible.
They're not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
No.
I know.
What the hell is that? It's a figure. Blah.
And what do they do when they get there?
Nothing.
Well, how'd that thing get in the building anyway?
Oh, you know, it was
Someone had
Mason smoking a cigarette,
Mason.
leaving the door open, and
Oh.
still goes, "Hey,
You think
here's my
someone
shot
planted
in."
it there on the
Well,
wall?
I think being out there, since Mason smokes out there so much, the snail got addicted, and so he had
for
a
a smoke.
tobacco Jones
Nicotine fit.
chasing after Mason and went down the wrong hallway.
Chasing a Misty Light.
Misty Dragon.
That's what Mason smokes, Misty Lights. The long ones, though, the 120s.
Sure.
Well, he's got to have somebody to talk to out there.
Oh my gosh, I sound like I just had one myself.
You sound like Marlo Thomas.
Anne Marie, it's that girl. That girl.
Oh, Donald.
Let me tell you something.
Have fun with Donahue there.
She has taken her friends out to these places to eat, and they're like sick in bed for the next day and a half.
Oh, I know. And the kids tell me, they go, "Oh, Beth, it was great." And the kids say, "My mom was sick for a week."
Yeah. She took her friend Brienne out for, I don't know, what'd you take her
We
to?
just went for sushi.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Brienne was
nice.
sick for a day and a half, couldn't eat solid
All my
food.
mom could drink was water. She was so sick.
Oh, what'd she have?
The gross, slimy
diarrhea.
food that they don't cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Beth, that's terrible.
Poor Brienne.
Yeah.
But she told me she loved it.
She lied.
Aye, she did.
See, and I don't even bother lying anymore.
Oh, well.
Nasty.
That's about all I've got.
Well, it's the greatest day of the week, Toots.
Why? Because you're coming home early?
This is the greatest day because I
This
have
is
no
my-
responsibilities, and Beth has all the responsibilities.
She has to take over the reins.
Oh, she's got, she has to go help out in school,
Yeah.
and then the kids come home early,
Oh.
and then
Singing
there's
lessons.
singing lessons,
Play
and there's
dates.
gymnastics, there's play dates, and I think there's a dinner date tonight, and you're going to go eat some more raw snail heads tonight. And all I'm doing is golfing and having martinis. Woo-hoo!
What's new?
Typical day.
I know, this is... And I was up at 4.
This woman has golf radar, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Never fails. Every Thursday,
Yeah.
right after we tee off on the 18th hole. Where are you? Around the 14th hole.
Is that what you do to me? That's why it takes you 8 hours to play golf.
I'm telling you, computer chip under the skin, GPS, you can track that guy. It won't be a problem.
I would like that.
I know.
It's necessary. I need it mostly in our own home.
Let me tell you something.
Places to
He
go
hides
I've never even
out.
known.
Let me tell you something. This just happened the other day. We're at home. The news is on,
Yeah.
which means I'm not running the TV because
Oh.
She's a news
I'm not
junkie.
watching the news.
Right.
The news is on. The phone is up to the ear. And, like, coupons are spread out in front of her.
Oh, cool.
So she's triple tasking.
Excellent.
She's snoozing, she's skimping, she's yapping.
I love days like that.
And I get up.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Right.
I'm taking a leak. Put a bell on me. What do you want?
Bell is a good start.
That is a good start.
Put LoJack on me, okay? God. You know, as if I even matter. Coupons, the news, and the phone. And it's I don't know why you should get one of those headset phones. I don't know how your arm hasn't broken off yet. So, you know, she's talking to her friend, she's flipping through stuff, and the news is on. Like I matter.
She wants you there to
Just
share
to
the
know you're there, and
experience.
if I need anything, you're right there.
I'm gonna get just a one of those Madame Tussauds wax dummies of me. Just put me in there.
That's how it seems anyway.
What if she likes that one better?
Bonus.
Maybe Madame Tussauds could put a little extra wax in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Beth, how about that?
I'm glad you're feeling better, baby.
Oh, thanks, honey. I love you.
I love you.
Have fun.
Menifee Lakes. That's where we're going today. Up there at the 103.3, the Extra B, the KGBB, Temecula land today. Oh, we won't be paying. No. That's one thing we don't do. Look for Chainsaw Sports next here on the KGB. This is KGB San Diego, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show, rounding 6:30. Do we have a brand new charger to add to the list? We do? Damn. Wow. They were serious about this guy. Let's get full details now with a chainsaw. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Dave. Rickard, Shelley Dunn, Chris Boyer, Ruth 66. Hello again, everybody in the sports world. So, you want some great publicity out of the Chargers, huh? You got it yesterday with the free agent signing of wide receiver David Boston. 6'2", 245, strong as Junior Seau, sprinter speed. This man is a beast. He led the league in receiving yardage 2 years ago. Remember when he single-handedly ate up the Chargers 2 years ago at the Q? Okay, everybody ate up the Chargers that year. But David Boston is the real deal, giving the Chargers a quality set of triplets, a la the Dallas Cowboys triplets of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. Boston is 24. Drew Brees is 24. LaDainian Tomlinson will be 24 this summer. These guys could grow old together and fill their hands with Super Bowl rings.
Well, now, don't overdo it.
Okay, we won't count the thumb. 8 Super Bowls with these guys. David Boston, why here?
Well, basically, man, when I took my visit, I was real comfortable, and I felt like the ownership and the organization were trying to win, and that was a big thing for me. And, they got a great running game out there. They have a quarterback who's young and talented, and the weather's great. It's just a great place to be.
Beautiful.
How about $24 million? How's that sound
you
to
can do that, too. Yeah. All right, $4 million bonus. Whatever. Welcome aboard, son. Maybe they'll name the new stadium after you. Boston Garden in Mission Valley. No, wait, that's been used. Whatever. This guy is the real deal. And along with last week's acquisition of all-pro fullback Lorenzo Neal, yes, we also added an all-pro fullback to block for LT. The Chargers are instant playoff contenders, if not locks. And even more good news, that DUI and cocaine charge that Boston pleaded no contest to in Phoenix?
Yeah.
The NFL announced the matter resolved, and Boston will not be suspended. Yeah. All right. Rodney Harrison gets suspended and nicked $75,000 for a questionable late hit. Boston gets a free pass for a snortable late-night hit. Such is justice in the NFL.
Let's explain to the broads that wide receiver at 240 pounds is unheard of.
He's a load. Junior said, hey, he's got biceps of a linebacker. What up? And he's got sprinter speed. This guy is a beast.
This
he
is
can
unheard of.
out-muscle and outrun any defensive back. The guy is huge. The guy's awesome.
Most wideouts are like about 180 pounds. They go across the middle and they get flattened by a safety. This guy's 240. He weighs more than the safeties.
That's it.
He'll flatten the safety.
He'll flatten many of the smaller, faster, quote-unquote, linebackers they have nowadays. There's a tendency now to go smaller and thinner and faster linebacker. Well, he's bigger and faster than all of them now.
And how old is he?
24.
Hey!
2003 Chargers prediction, 12-4 regular season. Then they'll beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 38.
That's insane.
Is it?
You're stupid.
Am I? Yeah. Well, that doesn't matter. The Chargers are going to be good. In baseball, the Chicago White Sox beat the Padres 11-6 yesterday. And of course, in spring training out in Arizona, the White Sox hit 3 home runs off Padres pitcher Oliver Perez, while Padre hitters banged out 8 hits and 35 at-bats for a .228 team average. So good news, the Padres are in mid-season form. They play the Rockies today in Tucson. Meanwhile, in the National Bell.
Hi, this is Bill Walton, and of all the great influences in my life, from Coach Wooden to Larry Bird, Jerry Garcia to Mick Jagger, I'd have to put Cookie Chainsaw Randolph right at the top of that great list.
Cookie Chainsaw Randolph. As a performer, one of a kind. As a man, one of the kindest.
Skip-Ball Association. 10 games last night, including the Kings conging Minnesota in overtime, 96-95. And Robert Horry sank a 20-footer at the buzzer to give the Lakers a 97-95 win over the Pacers at Staples. Or was it the Staples at Pacers? One or the other. And other sports, David.
It's Thursday. That means a tour is starting up somewhere on the PGA. Is this the week that Annika Sorenstam takes her stab at the PGA?
No, that's the Colonial, and that'll be in May.
Ah.
Just a lot of publicity this week. Yeah, the PGA starts today.
Florida or something like that?
Exactly.
Accurate on-the-spot reporting.
Oh.
I almost understood it, too. That's the weird thing about it.
You're welcome. It's just what I do. Here it is. It's the Piazza Open.
That's one of the best. That's almost a major. They call it the fifth major.
Yeah. 6:38 in 2 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
The Chainsaw brought to you by Krispy Kreme. Late night cravings, don't worry. Krispy Kreme is open 24 hours. Now this traffic update with Ruth 66.
Good morning. Slow traffic on the coastline. Southbound 5 backed up from Canada down to Palomar Airport Road, again around Lucadia, and again around Manchester, starting to stack up. South 15 heavy out of Escondido, just the usual stuff there. Working a wreck westbound 94, approaching the 5, where a car went up the embankment. Minor looky-loo slowdown behind that. It's green, it's spicy, it's guacamole. Introducing the Guacamole Bacon $6 burger at Carl's Jr., the only restaurant-style burger at a fast food place. Participation may vary. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
That's right. God. Woman needs a doctor.
No, David, I'm completely dry.
I know. All right, let's say hi to my new best friend, Jennifer. How you doing there, Jenny?
I'm doing okay.
What's going on, girl?
Hey, I just need some help here.
Yeah, I got your email. First, let me ask you, what's going on in your world? You married? You single? What do you do?
Oh, I'm married.
Okay. And do you work for a living?
Well, full-time mom, so that's a lot of work.
How many kids you got?
3.
Okay, great. So we've got the profile of this young lady. How old are you, Jennifer?
I am 32.
And how old are your kids?
11, 8, and almost 6.
Okay, so 3 kids in school, 11-year-old. Gets pretty busy, I'm here to tell you.
I would imagine.
You know?
Yeah, it really does.
There's a lot of running these kids around to their things. Boys, girls, what do you have?
All girls.
Okay. This is a busy woman.
Yes.
Taking care of her husband, keeping the house in shape, running 3 kids around. What do you think her biggest concern is today, Shell?
Today? Probably just more of the same, getting the kids where they need to be on time. Nope. Lunch is packed.
Nope.
Clothes cleaned.
Nope.
Did you go with the wings or no wings?
No, her biggest concern is preparations for March 20th, Steak and Knobber Day.
Good for you.
What a woman.
Yep, I do have a problem here.
Here's Jennifer's letter. Dear Dave, preparing for Steak and Knobber Day. I have the menu set. May I hear the menu?
Well, I actually did break the surprise here and discussed it with my husband.
That's okay.
Porterhouse steak, baked potatoes, corn on the side, a great dessert.
What kind of steak?
Porterhouse.
Damn it.
Yummy.
And a great dessert.
Yeah.
I have the menu set. I have the outfit ready. All right. Let's hear about that.
Well, it'll involve high heels and lots of skin.
Damn it.
All right.
The music picked out. May I hear?
You know what? That's going to be his choice out of a collection of CDs.
Give me an idea what it might be.
Nothing too cheesy, but nothing with a lot of lyrics in it either. So probably some smooth jazz or, like, I don't know, Enigma or something like that.
We're losing you on your phone now. Are you on your cell phone?
Actually, it's on our phone. I'm going to change phones. Hold on.
Yeah, do that for me, please.
How's that?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
So she's got the menu picked out. She's got the outfit picked out. She's got the music picked out.
Mm-hmm.
Frank will be playing at our house, by the way.
Oh,
on
nice.
Steak and Albert.
Lovely.
But, she says, the kids are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem is this. On Valentine's Day, I got the dinner. Where'd you go? What'd you have?
Actually, we went to a family restaurant because we took the kids with us. So it wasn't anything spectacular, but it was still fun.
Where'd you go?
We actually took the kids and we let them choose, and we wound up at Caro's of all places.
Okay, that's cool. I understand going out, kids, things like that. I mean, it's easier to give in and go to a kid's restaurant than go to a nice place and have the kids be miserable.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got the dinner a card, a dozen roses to make things fair. Would it be 1 rose bouquet equals 1 knobber? Or 12 roses equals 12 knobbers? Dave, I'm a new listener, and I certainly don't want to mess up this highly anticipated holiday. Please, Dave, this is very important information, and you are the Steak and Knobber Day people. Help me, please. Jennifer, you're absolutely correct. 12 roses equals 12 knobbers. Make absolutely no mistake about that.
That's for sure.
My husband is celebrating right now.
He must be so excited.
He is. He just can't believe that I'm actually preparing for this whole thing.
This is great. You're a model woman. This is why you've got a successful marriage, a well-run household, and 3 intelligent, good-looking children who only speak when they're spoken to.
That's right.
Because you're a model woman. You could be considered a trophy wife.
Well, good.
Do you have a
That's what I'm striving for, Dave.
Do you have buttery chunks in a tremendous rack? Because that's all you need to compliment it.
You'd have to ask my husband on that one.
All right. Well, good talking to you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much.
You enjoy your Steak and Knobber Day.
All righty.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you in the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, not much. That was the wonderful Francis Albert Sinatra. We love you, Frank.
Recommended music for Steak and Knobber Day, anything by Frank Sinatra.
Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
Dave, I have an important question, though. If we're talking 12 knobbers, is this like the 12 days of knobber where you have to actually on March 12th and get through the 20th, or do you start on March 12th? Or March 20th?
Actually, if you're going to have the 12 days, wouldn't you start on March 8th?
Okay, I'm mathematically challenged.
It actually adds a day. I like that.
I don't understand it. You do whatever you can get through at home, okay?
All right, that sounds good, Dave.
Whatever works out, that's fine.
All right, thanks. I'm just thinking about knobbers.
I understand.
All right.
Nothing works in that head when you're thinking about knobbers.
That's why the math is so lousy.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
I got some mail to read to you.
Okay.
A lot of email here this morning. Let's see. I'm going to start out with Gene, who writes to me. Dave, I'm a retired naval officer who chose to give 23 years of my life in service to our country. I did not do it for recognition, nor did I expect any thanks, just for information. Most of us who choose a military life do not do so for glory, money, what?
Really?
Or the chance to fight in a war. Our real passion was an unwavering commitment to the preserving of the freedom associated with the American way of life. For that reason, your show, Wednesday morning was especially meaningful. Moreover, your statement, keep your head down and don't get hurt, was to me the most significant statement I've heard since the potential for war in Iraq materialized. Another astute and deeply appreciated comment was that one can protest the war while supporting the troops. This is something we talked about yesterday. It's tough for the people who are very, very anti-war to look like they support the troops. I don't know. I mean, I do know why it is, but it's just the way it is. And
well, the line gets blurred.
Yeah.
And it is tough. You're right.
He continues with a good point. Moreover, the protesters should at least realize it is the military. I'm sorry, I've skipped a line here. Let me start over. An astute and deeply appreciated comment was that one can protest the war while supporting the troops. However, when these idiots have signs likening our commander-in-chief to Adolf Hitler, it's hard to visualize any support for the young men and women who willingly put their life on the line. I agree with that.
I do too. I think it looks bad.
Some of the protesters really just cross the line in terms of taste. You know, I know it's not illegal to be tasteless, otherwise I wouldn't have a job. The protesters should at least realize it is the military commitment to our way of life that guarantees each protester the freedom to make whatever statement they want about the president and how military personnel are deployed. Quite simply, regular people, just like me, swore to give our life if necessary to ensure these protesters are free to condemn our actions. Seems ironic, but I, for one, am proud of the service I gave this country and am equally thankful for the content of today's Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Thank you, one and all, Gene Doty. Thank you, Gene, for saving the world. Appreciate that. Not all the email is happy and fun, though. I am a longtime listener of KGB Mornings with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, and I've always enjoyed their humor and good nature. I've always been able to brush aside a joke here or a comment there that I might find offensive. Live comedy is extremely difficult after all, and no one is perfect. However, anyone want to take a guess at what this person is upset about yesterday's show?
Yesterday's show.
Yep. This came in yesterday, right after the show ended.
Abramovich's egregious use of the clucking to lure his beautiful date.
No.
Couldn't be that.
Not a clucking offense.
No. However, this morning I listened to a series of jokes that I found so incredibly ignorant and offensive, I can no longer make excuses, even for some of my favorite morning DJs. To make jokes about gay men being able to check out other men in gyms.
Stop it.
As a good trade-off for trouble at work or teasing at school is terribly insensitive and shows a great ignorance of tremendous problem facing homosexuals in America today.
What are you, ignorant?
Well, Dave prefaced all of that by saying, I'm sure it's not a lifestyle you would choose because it's difficult. Don't we all agree?
Doesn't count, Shell.
Why?
It doesn't.
Why?
Didn't hear it, don't want to hear it. Clangs right off the head, whatever.
I think we're being funny.
You know, it's not my responsibility that you're gay.
You didn't turn him gay?
And not funny.
I would like to think that I did not. Every day, homosexuals are discriminated against. So am I. Made fun of. So am I. Beaten. So am I. And even killed all over the country and indeed the world. Every single day. And I feel it is jokes such as this morning's radio broadcast that reinforce people's notions that it's okay to feel this way about gay people or to make these jokes or to treat them this way. How many male listeners of this morning's broadcast will take offense to someone they think is checking them out in a gym now? How many will start a fight? How much more will gay people in San Diego have to deal with because of your actions?
Holy smokes.
Would you ever have done a similar comedy bit about Jews or African Americans? You know, it's a bonus for black kids to grow up in those ghetto neighborhoods because they get to learn basketball so well.
Ooh.
It's good the Jews went through that Holocaust thing because now, however their bad day is, at least it wasn't the Holocaust.
Wow.
I realize it's hard to remain fresh every morning with new routines and jokes. However, I found this morning's broadcast to be distasteful and offensive. Here it comes. This is the one that...
You mean he hasn't scorched the earth already?
Here it comes. This is the one that always finishes it.
Lord.
I will no longer be listening to KGB, and I will urge all my friends to do the same. Thank you for your time. It's Frank. You want me to see if Frank is home?
Sure.
So we can talk him out of this?
Sure.
Talk him down off the tower.
I don't remember saying any of the stuff that he said.
Nothing.
Like what? Certainly not the jokes that he was making.
I have no
We didn't even
idea.
go there.
We just said, hey,
I agreed that it's difficult to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
Much harder to be gay in America than it is to be straight.
Mm-hmm.
And my only point was, is it good for gay guys that they get to go in the locker room and look at a bunch of naked people, other naked guys? Now, is that outrageous?
That's benign at best.
Well,
I mean, to me yesterday, it seemed like you were doing a learning thing because you didn't really know and you wanted to find out.
And, we do employ gay people on this show.
I'm gay.
You are not.
Well, let's not...
Have sex with Boyer.
Hang on a second. Let's not blur the line with comedy here. Ruth is gay.
Right.
So it's not like we discriminate. Let's see if Frank's home.
All right.
We never blur the line with comedy. We've never attempted it here.
Well,
this guy needs to
I know what you mean,
sometimes
though.
I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah.
And I don't want it misunderstood because this guy's misunderstood.
Absolutely.
What we discussed yesterday were
There's
the
talking during the
comparison between what a
12
hetero
years.
guy would be like in a room full of women that were naked and what a gay guy would be like in a room full of men that were naked at a gym. That's what we were talking about.
Hey, you've reached Frank and Amy. Leave a message and we'll call you back.
What?
What's the matter?
He's
Frank
hetero?
and Amy?
Well, so
Might
what?
be his cat.
I was surprised by that.
Or his roommate.
Why?
You're allowed to stand up for issues that don't necessarily impact you. Frank, it's Dave Shelley and Chainsaw calling. I know you're not listening. You're probably out trying to convince all your friends not to listen this morning. We were calling to talk to you about the email that you sent us because you clearly read far more into what we were saying. You know, you brought up stuff that we would never say.
Ever.
You said stuff in your email that we would never say, or think for that matter. So, I'm sorry that you're not listening anymore, but we would just wanted to, sometimes people accuse us of saying things that we don't do.
Well, you got to call back and leave the rest of the
I wish you could just shut your big yapper.
I hate those answering
That is a flat-out insult right
It
there.
really is.
Hey, you talk too much.
You should be told how much time you have.
Well, you're
Shut
not even
the hell up.
Naughty lady. Goodbye. I mean, at least we have that.
That is so true. He put in stuff in there that we would never think that was extremely outrageous, quite obviously. And he misinterpreted what we said, which was like, first of all, if you're a gay person, he didn't even defend this issue. We touched upon a subject of someone called in and said they had a gay friend who actually took pictures of the men and the women with their little cell phone surreptitiously. That was egregious.
We actually asked for members who might be gay to call
Right.
in and tell us about this. It was about learning.
This is the gay-friendliest show on the radio in San Diego, I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
And sometimes people write to me and say, you know what you said this morning was offensive, and I'll go, yeah, I can see how that would happen. Not this time, Frank. Nope. Sorry, buddy. You missed with me. Here's Vish next on the KGB. What's going on, Vish?
Hey, man, I got a problem with you. Enough with that gay stuff. How about us Polacks, you know?
How do you get a one-armed Polak out of a tree, Vish?
I believe you waved to him.
Yes! How do you ruin the Polak party?
That one I don't know yet.
Flush the punch bowl.
Hey, Dave, wait a minute now.
How do you confuse a Polak? Put him in a round room, tell him there's a penny in the corner.
Hey, you speak Polish, Dave? Do you speak Polish?
No.
Yes,
Well, how's it feel to be dumber than a Polak?
Huh?
How's it feel to be dumber than a Polak?
Oh, I'm dumber than everybody.
Oh, man, us Polacks are getting killed all over the world because of you, man.
It's all your fault, Dave.
You know about it, you dumb Polak.
You got a
Love
good sense of
your
humor?
show,
You got a good sense of humor, Vish?
I love Polak jokes, man.
Have you ever heard they say in France it's 9 o'clock? Do you know where your wife is?
Right.
In Russia they say it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Right.
But in Poland they say it's 9 o'clock. Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Vish.
My pleasure.
Love your show.
I didn't
Didn't get it back. Dumb
He's
Polak.
still thinking about that last joke. He's trying to find out what time it is.
What was that one you got me on a long time ago,
Oh,
Dave?
how do you keep a Polak in suspense?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how do you?
What's the
I
punchline?
love that.
Are you ever going to tell me that one?
I don't get it.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw will be right back.
This is the KGB.
Brad broke up with Mandy last Tuesday, and Mandy needed some counseling.
Deb, it's Mandy. Remind me why I'm over Brad.
Well, he's vain. He wears white pants. He flirted with your roommate and your other roommate and your other roommate.
Mhm.
He smells like hair gel. He does air guitar.
Need a lot of minutes? Now you can get 500 anytime minutes, unlimited PCS to PCS calling, unlimited night and weekend minutes, and nationwide long distance for just $45 a month.
And didn't he start a fight at the bowling alley once?
Several times. Yeah.
Mandy, you can do so much better. You can get all this while on the largest all PCS nationwide network, reaching more than 230 million people. So you can get over Brad.
Great.
And he calls your mom babe.
I'm feeling better already.
PCS from Sprint. Clearly a whole new way to look at wireless.
Right now, get a free PCS phone after $100 mail-in rebate with activation of a new line of service. Subject to 2-year agreement and credit. Activation and termination fees apply. Taxes, fees, and other charges not included. See stores or sprintpcs.com for details.
Some people never settle for anything. They are the ones who win championships, who create breakthrough technology, and who get really great deals on cars. Because those who demand the best wind up behind the wheel of a certified pre-owned Lexus. And now through March 31st, you can get 3.9% APR financing for terms up to 60 months on any Lexus certified pre-owned ES, RX, or IS. With each monthly payment at $1,838 per thousand borrowed on approved credit. And each comes with the Lexus of warranties. 3 years from the date of purchase or 100,000 total vehicle miles, plus a complimentary loaner car should you ever need qualified warrantable repairs. Yes, well, some say the best never comes easy. All you have to do is hurry to your Lexus dealer in Carlsbad, El Cajon, or Kearney Mesa for low 3.9% APR or other special lease or finance programs. Or visit Lexus.com.
Tier 1 customers only. 3.9% APR to qualified customers through Lexus Financial Services. No down payment if qualified. Must take delivery by 3/30/103. Not available in Hawaii. See your dealer for finance and limited warranty details.
Applying for a home loan is fast and easy with Ditech.com. Listen to what Pamela from Anaheim, California says.
This is actually the second time that I used Ditech. I used them about 3 or 4 years ago, and between that, I used another lender, which was an awful experience. And I said, I have to go back to Ditech, which ended up being a very great experience. As a matter of fact, I recommended Ditech to other coworkers who used them, and they had a great experience also. I would like to thank Ditech very much for being so fast and efficient and courteous, and I would use them again in a second if I had to refinance again.
Ditech.com. Apply online or call 1-800-71-FIXED 24 hours, 7 days a week. Ditech.com. 1-800-71-FIXED.
Ditech.com is licensed by the California Department of Corporations under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to underwriting approval. Equal housing opportunity. Call 1-800-71-FIXED. That's 1-800-71-FIXED.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Vitale in the kitchen of Hooters to tell you all about the Hooters Bayou Basketball Bash. A little more spice in this one.
Okay, Chefy.
Now that's hot. I guarantee. Woo-wee. And hey, I wouldn't be here unless there was some hoop action going on. So head to Hooters and catch all the college hoopla and register to win a trip to the championship with moi in New Orleans. Plus, this year we're helping out the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. You can help also by purchasing one of my autographed basketballs while you're at Hooters. Hey, the Hooters Bayou Basketball Bash is hot.
Chef D, your gumbo is ready.
Looks like it's time for me to get out of the kitchen. I know hot, and that's hot, baby.
Hooters and Tulip are teaming up to bring you the Mega March package. Stop by Hooters in PB downtown or Mission Valley for all your favorite college games. Tip-off party set for Wednesday, March 19th. Fill out your 60-14 bracket to win some great cordless prizes from Tulip, just off the 163 at Kearney Villa Road.
What you working on there, Chris Boyer? What you dialing up right now?
Just sending a text message to a buddy of mine.
What you doing that on?
My Nextel.
You can send a text message?
Yes, I can.
Now, what exactly does that mean?
It means I can send a message to somebody that says, hey, pick me up a loaf of bread at the store. Pick me up a six-pack, whatever.
Now, I've gotten many text messages from you before in the past, and I wonder why you prefer the text messaging over the voicemail.
Because that way you don't if it's a list, you don't have to write it down when you get it. If it's an intricate message, there's no confusion, and you get confirmation that the person received the message.
I think you do it just because it's unusual, but that's just me. That's one of the many things your Nextel phone can do. Instead of calling and leaving a message with your voice, you can actually write a message. It's text messaging.
It is awesome. You can send it to an email address, to another telephone, wherever.
You can check your email. You can go on the internet. Best cellular telephone service in town. And got the two-way digital back and forth walkie-talkie radio. No one's got this but Nextel. You want to hook yourself up? Call 800-NEXTEL-9. That's 800-NEXTEL-9.
Russ, you're on a KGB. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Tip top. Talk to me, Cuckoo.
All right.
You know, I'm gay. I've been a long-time listener for a long time.
If you're gay, aren't you supposed to announce yourself by saying, I'm here, I'm queer?
I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm a Dave Shilling Chainsaw listener.
All right, there you go.
You know, I've called in a few times, and you guys are great. I have friends that listen to you guys. We all crack up about the gay jokes. I have to tell you, I go to the gym, and if there's a guy there that has a good package,
come on!
He wants to be looked at. He's wearing spandex shorts.
No kidding!
Is it not a bonus to be gay and to be able to walk around the men's locker room?
It is definitely a bonus.
Well, maybe you could explain that to Frank, who thinks that I'm making fun of Jews for going through the Holocaust or black people for growing up in the ghetto, whatever the hell he was talking about.
I have absolutely no idea why he took offense. I think it's great. Especially, and you know what, Chainsaw, I was surprised too when I heard that it was him and a woman. I'm like, wow, he's straight. But I think it's great. I think it's great that people have passions and they have convictions. But, I mean, you guys have been very pro-gay. You guys have educated people. And
see, I don't think it's good to have passions and convictions because it just leads you into being a pain in the ass. Be like me. Stand up for nothing. Then no one can make fun of you.
That's great.
Well, we don't know his personal history. I mean, he might have had something bad happen in his family to a gay family member. But still, not our fault.
Still not my fault.
And not what we were talking about.
That's still not my fault, and it's still not our way of life.
No,
and
not
neither.
at all.
And by the way, the Holocaust and ghettos are not our fault either.
No.
As much as you might think they are, Frank, we didn't invent them.
Not at all.
Crazy, but you guys are awesome, and you guys keep on educating people, keep on having fun, and don't let people like Frank get you.
What's your favorite gay joke, Russ?
My favorite gay.
Do you know any good gay jokes?
None that I could tell on the air.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Tell us one off the air.
Most of them are really, really off color.
You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, Russ.
Bye.
Julie, you're next here on the KGB. What's going on, girl?
Good morning, Dave. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you tell your kids steak and knobber day is?
You know, I haven't gotten around to
That's how you would explain it to your children?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when you're old enough to know.
I'll never tell my daughters.
Well, okay.
It's something that will never, ever apply to you in your entire life, girls.
Exactly. Okay, well, I love your show.
I love yours. Thank you, Julie. Are you preparing properly, by the way?
No. I guess she's not. Ooh.
No. Mark, you're on the KGB. What's going on, bud?
Hey, Dave, you guys rock.
Thanks,
guys
man.
make my commute from Temecula for the last 3 years to San
you
Diego.
Temeculution.
You're the ones who cause all that trouble on the
all the
freeway.
traffic.
Right, bumper to bumper is your fault.
What are you doing in Temecula? You living up there and you're working down here?
Yeah, I do. I build cell sites for Sprint and Nextel.
Are you one of these smart people who realize that living in Temecula is a little bit more affordable than San Diego?
I moved from Orange County.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, Orange County to Temecula. That's got to be like a tenth as much.
Yeah. Anyways, I was calling in regards that lady got a dozen roses, said her husband gets 12 knobbers.
Right.
It's, March 20th, my 10-year anniversary being married.
Wow.
So what do I get for the 10 years? How many knobbers do I get for that?
I don't know. You know, you're one of these guys. You're one of these people who falls through the cracks. It's like being born on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, it's a screw job for you. You'd like to think that your loved ones are going to make it up to you, but there's, you know, no one said that the word. I never promised you a rose garden, Mark.
Well, no one told you to choose that date.
That's right. Very poor planning.
Hey, anyways, one more thing. That acquired David Boston for your Chargers is going to take you guys a long way if he can keep his nose out of the white stuff.
Yeah, it's promising. If he can be a good boy, it's very promising.
Yeah, you guys, Chargers are looking.
It's a pretty strong offense right there with Boston, Tomlinson, Breeze. I like the looks of it.
Yeah. Anyways, I was just calling.
All right.
Thank you guys for making my commute good. You guys rock.
Dig it.
You're one of the better shows.
One of the better ones. It's quite a pat on the back. All right, thank you, Mark.
You got it.
See you, buddy.
He's a long goodbyer. All
right, well, you guys are pretty, middle of the road there, pretty mediocre. Yeah.
He said we're one of the better ones.
I know, but I only stand for the best.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Chris.
Yes.
You're on the KGB. What's going on?
Dave, how you doing?
I'm tip-top. How you doing, pal?
Hey, this question came up in my house. My son asked what steak and knobber day was.
Hmm.
You know those little baby round potatoes?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that's an knobber.
Okay, that's fine. There you go.
So it's steak and little baby round potatoes.
All right. It's food, son.
Well, that won't scream up later.
Let it down lie. That's right.
And by the way, let's remind Frank, who thinks that we're anti-gay,
right?
That if you're lesbian, you got chicken and licking day,
right?
And if you're from Hillcrest, you got tofu and boo-foo day.
Right.
That's not funny. You probably like the Holocaust.
What?
Hmm?
Sort of a leap. Well, you know.
That is my next phone, David.
It is not me.
That is not me, David.
Not
That
me,
could
sir.
not be me. That is not me.
It cannot possibly be me. I've never made a technical screw-up in my life.
It's
Ruth?
not me.
It's not me. What is that?
Shelley.
Someone's cell
phone's
phone
in the
was
car.
interfering.
Oh.
Steve, you're on the KGB. What's going on, bud?
Yeah, hey, what's the difference between a gay man and a refrigerator?
A refrigerator will not fart when you take your meat out. What's the matter, Ruth? Is that your favorite?
No.
Why?
I don't like that joke.
Why?
It's gross.
It's a great joke. You probably like ghettos.
Well, you're very street.
Frank, I want to quote to you from one of our great, great military leaders, Sergeant Hulka. Lighten up, Francis. Hello, Ron.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Hey, today's the day. I've wanted to call you guys forever. Hey, I'm from DeKalb, Illinois.
Oh, it's a
About 2 years ago.
great part of the world. Good old DeKalb.
Yep, my wife went to Western. I know everything you're talking about with Western. I'm there, right there with you.
DeKalb is the home of Northern Illinois University.
Oh, really?
That's a beautiful world.
Wow.
So you went from northern to Midwestern or Western State? Wasn't that sort of a defection?
Same university as Dave, Western Illinois University.
He's a fighting leatherneck.
Leatherneck.
It was a
Leathernecks
Nimrod.
rule, huh?
I thought it was a Nimrod.
Nimnod.
Whatever.
Get it straight.
Whatever.
The flying Nimnods.
Yeah, I got a joke for you, Dave.
Yes.
What do two gerbils say when they walk by the gay bar?
Want to go in there and get S-faced?
You got it.
That's not funny. You probably approve of murder. Hello, Barry.
What's the best pickup line in a gay bar?
Mind if I push in your stool?
Oh!
Dave knows them all.
What?
Dave knows them all.
We know all jokes. We know them all. Every single one. Don't even call up and tell me what does the card say. Don't call me and ask me it's a Rolex. None of that stuff. We know them all. Although I have to say, mind if I push in your stool is one of my
That's one of your all-time.
one of my favorites.
long time ago favorites.
What does the gay horse eat? Hey! So funny.
That is one of my favorites.
A person and a lesbian are racing home. Who gets there first?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Whatever. Stop it. Tell it.
Hey, we set up a gay radio station here, Frank.
That's right.
KPRS.
Yes.
The person.
Stop it.
Our logo is a purse.
Right. I love the positioning statement.
That's our positioning statement is pretty simple. KPRS, music for persons.
Stop it.
Who gets home first, a gay person or a lesbian?
I don't know. Whatever. Sad.
Boyer, who gets home first?
Well, the gay guys had to stay behind and pack there, but the lesbians went 69 all the way.
No, they went lickety split.
Oh.
Stupid. What kind of a gay person are you? Don't know nothing.
That's why he can't even do the gay voice.
I was hoping we'd trick him into
I
it.
know. I was
Your
waiting for the
admission.
TV microphone.
He's on double secret probation. If he does his bad gay voice ever again, he's right on the Cobra. Thought we had him. I thought we were going to trick him.
Is that a
into it.
euphemism?
Right.
Good morning.
Hi,
Hi.
this is Tom.
Yes, Tom. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. I got a good joke for you.
All right.
Why are there no female Keebler elves?
Female what?
Keebler elves.
Why are there no female Keebler elves? That's a good point. How come there are no female Keebler elves?
Because they're all fudge packers.
Lord.
You know, if we'd been playing Stump the Jokes Are, you would have won something.
That's right.
But we
New
weren't.
material.
All right.
So, poor timing. Bye-bye.
Term still takes my head off.
You?
Yeah.
You? Every weekend? Oh, the Oilers fudged the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, only when other people say it.
Oh.
See, because I'm ready for it when I'm about to say it.
I thought snot was your weak point.
Oh, that's hurtful. That's just,
I just want to know where the line is.
that was just
to
that was
offend him.
flat out first punch right there.
I didn't want to offend him at all.
Steve, you're on a kick. Oh, give me a
I was
break.
just seeing if that was still the word.
Sell it somewhere else, sister. I ain't buying. I'm full up of the Old Bay Itchay that you're running this morning. Steve, you're on the KGB.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Tip top talking to McConkam.
Tippy tapping song in my heart. I got a joke for you, brother.
Bring it.
How do you tell if a killer whale is gay?
Because he'll find a submarine and bite the head off and suck out the...
No, just stop.
Because if he rolls the boat over, he'll suck all the semen out.
That was where I was going. I judiciously stopped.
Only when I told you to. You big oaf.
Oaf. He is an
He's
oaf.
an oaf.
He's an oaf.
You big lummox.
Which way do you go? Which way do you go? I like things that are soft and furry.
Don't do voices, please.
Wait, I love the oaf and then the boyer, and then the oaf and then the
Does that voice good?
Yeah. Should it be just big oaf or you big clumsy oaf?
Your big oaf was
Big
perfect.
You big oaf. Sorry, dude.
It's all right.
All right.
It beats lummox.
I'm not sorry. What are you telling him that for?
Clumsy lummox. What is a lummox?
I don't know. Lummox. Oafish.
Looking it up.
What's a big lug? When they say you big lug, I don't know.
Oh, a lug is an oaf. Everyone knows that.
Is it?
There's Keith on the KGB. What's going on, Keith?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Got a joke for you.
Bring it.
Alrighty, did you hear about what happened at the gay barbecue?
That's not the one where all the hot dogs taste like crap.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I hate that one. Lummox. A clumsy, stupid person.
Perfect. Melissa Gilbert is going to be on the show today here.
Really?
Yep, Little Half Pint's coming
Little
on the
Laura.
show. Let's start calling Emily Half Pint. What do you think?
That's good. I like that.
She's very Melissa Gilbert-esque.
Yes, she is.
You look just like that little girl on the little shack out there on the flats. Quick timeout. Chainsaw Sports is on deck. The KGB San Diego. Here's Ruthie.
Slow traffic in the East County now. Westbound 94 from Kenwood down to the metering lights, then Kelton off and on into downtown. North 805 slows East Street to the 94, pretty much all the way through North Park up to about the 52, so you break free of that. West 8 heavy Jackson Drive to Lake Murray in La Mesa. North 5 slows from E Street up to Harbor Drive in National City. Westbound 52 slows out of Mass coming out of Santee. Working a car fire northbound 15 just past the 78s on the right shoulder. South 5 heavy from the Poinsettia exit down to Manchester. South 15 slows 78 to Villa Rancho. The SeaWorld Fun Card is back. Pay for a day and come back the rest of 2003. Get your Fun Card before April 30th and receive a bonus pack filled with great park savings. SeaWorld Fun Cards also available for purchase at your local Ralph's. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw 101.5 KGB.
Tom, you're on the KGB. What's going on, bud?
Hey, what's up there, Dave?
Talking to you, Cuckoo.
Oh, cool. Hey, I want to report a ballistic asthma, man.
Ballistic?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What happened?
This remarriage of Boyer and an oaf. Oh, it's all over my windshield. I gotta go home and change.
Sorry to hear that. See you,
Hey, Dave, I
Tom.
want to change gears on you real quick.
I'm sorry?
I want to change gears on you real quick.
Go.
Hey, did you hear the joke about the 3 Irishmen in a bar?
No.
It could happen. That's right, that was bad. I'm hanging up a chain.
Well, wait, I don't get it.
My head is starting to smoke now. I'm thinking so hard on
I
that
know.
one. I don't get it. All right. Let's get a sports update here on the KGB. And then Melissa Gilbert joins us here on the show. Here's the Chainsaw on the 101. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody, in the sports world. One day after San Diego Mayor Dick Murphy worked up a wet noodle of outrage and called the Chargers stupid, the Chargers went out and bagged the biggest free agent in the NFL this year, and perhaps the biggest free agent in franchise history. 6'2", 245-pound David Boston. He's a wide receiver, Junior Seau strong, Tim Dwight fast, led the league in receiving 2 years ago with the Arizona Cardinals. He ate up the Chargers almost single-handedly in a game at the Q that year. The Chargers have their triplets. A la Aikman, Smith, and Irvin in Dallas, quarterback, running back, receiver, the triple threat, Drew Brees, 24 years old. LaDainian Tomlinson, going to be 24 this summer. David Boston, 24 years old. 7 years, $47 million potential dollars. $4 million signing bonus this year, $3.9 million base salary next season guaranteed. Big dollars, big time player. The type of wide receiver the Chargers have not had since Wes Chandler, John Jefferson, or dare I say, Lance Allworth. More good news. That DUI and cocaine charge in Phoenix that Boston pleaded no contest to, the NFL says the matter is over and there will be no suspension. Rodney Harrison must be thinking, maybe I should have snorted a line instead of doing my job against Jerry Rice. NFL might have, looked the other way. But whatever. Mayor Murphy, what do you think of the Chargers landing David Boston, huh?
I think it's stupid.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, welcome aboard. We'll save you a convertible for the Super Bowl parade. We'll put you right up front. Tiger Woods announced he will not play in the Dubai Desert Classic in the Middle East, forsaking a $2 million appearance fee because it's only 900 miles from Iraq. I had no idea Tiger was French. Anyway, plus the courses in Dubai are nothing but sand traps, and it's just a pain.
Actually, most everyone's bailing out of that tournament. It's not just Tiger.
Yep.
And he's walking on $2 million guaranteed dollars.
Yeah,
there.
appearance fee money. Some retirees who bought houses in Tampa Bay Golf and Country Club with the lure of free golf for life are not happy because since January 1st, management at the clubhouse has charged the original gratis golfers an access fee of $10 whenever they tee off now. So they changed it. Yeah, for life, provided you die before January 1st. Frank Kamage says, I'm a retired military person. I worked all my life. I never thought I'd get a chance to live on a golf course and play golf for nothing. And now this. When Frank says, I'm retired military, do you get the impression that it's kind of a threat? I can kill you 9 ways and I can make it look like an accident. Okay, hoping for more. But whatever. Sometimes comedy is not comedy.
As you just proved.
Yes. Spring training baseball. Padres lost to the White Sox yesterday, 11-5. They'll play the Rockies today in Tucson. Meanwhile, in the National
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's fine if that's who you are.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have many gay friends.
My father's gay.
Look, I know what I heard.
Heard. It was a joke.
All right, look, you want to have sex right now? Do you want to have sex with me right now? Let's go. Come on, let's go, baby. Come on.
Basketball Association. 10 games last night, including the Kings conging Minnesota in overtime, 96-95, and Robert Horry hit a 20-footer at the buzzer to give the Lakers a 97-95 win over the Pacers at Staples. In other sports, David.
Ask Ernie in the motor pool.
Good idea.
You never find like a Crispin or a Stefan in the motor pool. It's always Ernie or Mac.
Yep.
Name your kid Ernie? That's fine. It's going to work in the motor pool.
Especially a Jeep, half track, what have you.
Something.
It is 7:36. We're so military. We can't get it out of our system.
We bleed green.
Yeah, we do. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Roger that. Hoorah, Marine.
Word.
The chainsaw.
God.
Word.
Now he's a black Marine.
The chainsaw brought to you by Express Tire. If you're looking for performance, call Express Tire. 888 EXP Tires. Save 25% off all Goodyear and Kelly tires. Here's Ruthie.
Slow traffic continues for drivers coming from the East County on West 94 from Kenwood down to the lights, then Kelton off and on into downtown. Westbound 8 heavy Jackson Drive over the Summit to about Lake Murray. The North County South 5 slows Poinsettia to Manchester, South 15 out of Escondido, then Bernardo Center to Camino del Norte. North 5 slows in the South Bay E Street up to Harbor, North 805 from E to the 94 through North Park, and westbound 52.
Michelle, say hi to Melissa Gilbert.
Hey, Melissa.
You guys, that's my, well, needless to say, favorite song.
Well, I have to ask you a question now. Of all the interviews that you've done, and I don't know how much radio you've done in your life, but I gotta assume this is not your first radio interview.
Not today either.
Okay. Has anyone ever been clever enough to play Melissa by the Allman Brothers for
No,
you?
they always play the Little House on the Prairie theme. I'll tell you this.
Never heard that before.
I am so impressed that you guys played that song. I can't tell you.
Here's Melissa Gilbert on the KGB. You know, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing for you that you are forever that little child on Little House on the Prairie?
Oh, listen, at this point, anything that keeps me young is a good thing.
Okay.
I am inching up on, I got 14 months until my 40th birthday. So,
Oh, cry me a river. You're going to be fine.
Blah, blah, blah. I know.
You only look about 21. You probably still get carded in bars. Come on.
No. But I will tell you this. I'm married to a man who is 14 years older than me.
You know, I wanted to ask you about that. What is it like to make out with the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz?
No.
What?
That's the wrong Scarecrow.
Aren't you married to the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz? The
Tin
Now, that's Dave Bolton. He actually passed away about 15 years ago.
Oh. Well, what was it like to make out with him before he passed? No, you're married to the Scarecrow, Bruce Boxleitner.
Yes, I'm married to that. Actually, he since then has been the on his last series. He was the president of the universe, basically.
I wouldn't mind making out with him.
He is a good-looking man.
He really is.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Melissa, we're going to talk about the SAG Awards here. SAG stands for Screen Actors Guild.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
And what's your interest in the Screen Actors Guild?
I'm the president.
Oh! Wow. Brag a little.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I am the president.
And you didn't even have to win in a runoff in Florida. That's great.
No, I had to win in a runoff all over the country. My election was overturned almost immediately.
I heard that Rhoda was trying to horn in on your area.
What do you mean it was overturned?
They were found to be, I don't know. I just know I had to do it twice in 3 months.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
know.
Yeah.
Well, that and a nickel will get you a hot cup of Jack Squat.
You know, why is it we can't have an election in this country anymore?
Dangling
I don't know either.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. The first time around, I won by about 1,500 votes. And the second time around, I won by 10,000.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I think it's fair to say that you are the president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, there are actually people who call me president.
Now, is this a union for actors or something like that?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is a labor organization, and what we do is we negotiate and enforce contracts and ensure that our members are working for good wages and under fair working conditions.
Now, I hope I'm not bringing up an ugly thing or a competitor or anything like that, but is it anything like AFTRA?
You know what? It is a lot like AFTRA, and I have to tell you, they're not our competitors. We are working right now towards consolidating the two unions into one.
Is SAG strictly for movies?
No, STRAG. Well, there you go. SAG and AFTRA together is STRAG.
Yeah.
SAG is for film and television performers. We also have singers. We have puppeteers. We have dancers. We have stunt performers.
Puppeteers?
Yeah.
Puppeteers are
got to make sure the working conditions are good.
These puppeteers. Man, they need a little Teamsters work there.
Yeah. Well, you know, without the union, they get the tangled strings.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
just ugly.
Okay.
They want guardrails up there.
I'm just going to leave that alone before I get attacked by some puppets here.
Do you have mimes?
Yeah, well, some of our people are mimes. We
Awesome.
have a mime
Got to have
contract.
somebody speak for them.
How long is your term, Melissa?
My term is 2 years. It's actually up this fall.
Oh my gosh. Will you be running again? Are you allowed to run again?
I'm allowed. It's up to my. I'm having those conversations now with my family and my supporters.
Have you enjoyed the job?
I have enjoyed the job, and I'll tell you the really exciting thing for me is this potential consolidation of making SAG and AFTRA one union. It has to happen now. We've reached a point where it's actually dangerous for us to maintain the status quo.
Now, when you're the president of the Screen Actors Guild, do you have actors coming to you who are down on their luck or maybe a little too scared to go in and stick out their chest and ask for the part, kind of like Johnny Fontaine crying to the Godfather, I can't get the part, I can't get the part. No, do the thing. What? You can act like... you
can act like a man.
We blow it.
Sound effect.
You will never make it into SAG. I just want you two to know that
Melissa's
now.
just blacklisted us from SAG. Remember being in.
I don't improvise. I got to have a script.
Well, what's going to happen at the award show, Melissa?
You know what? You never know. I know one thing. It's going to go fast. It's going to be fun. Clint Eastwood is getting the Life Achievement Award.
He's cool. I like him.
And I know that Halle Berry is presenting.
Oh, look out. Bring the Kleenex.
Lots of tears.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She's presenting. She's not nominated. And she is probably the closest thing I've ever seen to a flawless physical specimen of a human being in my life.
She is pretty.
Oh, my God. She was at my table last year, and I actually turned to Bruce and said, I'm scared.
Wouldn't mind making out with her.
No, I said, I might be. Yay. I don't know.
She's just that pretty.
If I was gay, I'd make out with Bruce. I've always found him to be very attractive, very charming, great.
Tell him that. I'm sure that'll make him.
I had a dream about him a couple of years
What?
ago.
You had a dream about Bruce Boxleitner?
I did. I woke up and went, oh my God, why am I dreaming about that?
Did you make out with the Scarecrow?
No.
Did you make out with Mrs. King?
No.
Oh.
I like him in his cowboy stuff.
He's so handsome, sexy.
I get to see all of it. So
Damn.
I get the cowboy. I get the secret agent. He's everything.
Yeah.
Now this is kind of a little problem, I think, that people in your position, and that is someone who's putting on an award show, have to deal with. First of all, you have an award show and it's your own private club or your own public club, whatever. You should be allowed to do what you want. It should be as long or as short as you want. But then you put it on TV, and so now you're dealing with people who have nothing to do with the Screen Actors Guild, who are barking and moaning about how long or how boring or whatever the show is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always felt this way about how people bitched and moaned about the Academy Awards. Well, are you in the movie business? It's not even your group. What do you care?
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Exactly.
Change the channel. Come back later. I mean, what do you want? I got to tell you though, the really cool thing about the Screen Actors Guild Awards is that actors have that innate sense of timing, so they're not going to ramble on in a 10-minute speech like a producer or somebody or a technician would do who doesn't ever have the opportunity to speak on television. These actors know when they've gone on too long and when they're going to lose the audience. So at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, the speeches go by fast. The show has never been over time.
Okay.
It's always ended on time.
I've always wanted to have an opportunity to speak to someone who is in charge of the awards show. And here's Melissa Gilbert, president, she boasted just a minute ago, of the Screen Actors Guild.
It's not a boast, it's a truism.
Brag. Well, it ain't bragging if it's true, right?
Right.
Exactly, and I am. I'm the president of Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, geez, remind me every 2 minutes. Melissa, how about this? I understand you got your show in control, but seriously, I would love to see the actual vaudeville hook come back.
That would be
you know what? I'd like to see that come back in a lot of places.
As pretty as Halle Berry is, during that Academy Award, Dorothy Dale. Drag her off. I want to see the hook come back.
I have nothing to say.
Melissa, let's go back to Little House for just a second. One of the most popular
that show.
One of the most popular television series ever in the history of television. And you and Michael Landon were the two biggest stars of that show. And sometimes this happens to an actor that they do a role so well that they become forever associated with it.
Yeah.
Have you ever run into maybe opportunity to read for a part and the people would say, this role is a little bit too saucy for little Laura Ingalls?
Oh, yeah, I get that. She's not, she's like 12, isn't she? And then I also get she's not. She can't be funny, can she?
Yeah.
People forget that we're actors and we can actually do all kinds of things.
Does Laura Ingalls make out?
Did she ever on the show?
Yeah, not like make out. She got kissed a few times, but then she got married right away.
But I mean today. Does Laura Ingalls make out today?
Yes, she certainly does. I've had the request for the pantaloons and the petticoat, and you know what?
Wow.
Sometimes I just have
Fox Leitner at home, putting on the pantaloons, baby.
Come on, wear the bustle, honey. Wear the bustle.
You know, I hate to say it, but I hate that little blonde girl. God, I want her.
Nellie?
Which one?
Nellie.
Nellie was a brat.
Oh, man.
Oh, she was a brat.
This is the only cast member I speak to regularly.
Really?
Always rooting for some out-of-control Amish cart and wagon to come barreling down the road. Take that kid out. Well, let's remind everybody that Melissa's big show, and you're going to be on the show, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You come out and say, hey, I'm the
not
president.
Wearing the calicos, let me tell you.
Come on, make a long speech and put everyone to sleep.
Will you
It'll be
remind
fun.
everybody that you are the president?
Oh, no, the announcers can say, ladies and gentlemen, the president of Screen Actors Guild.
By the way, in case you missed it, I'm the president.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the president of the SAG. All right.
This is coming up on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to be 8 o'clock here in California on TNT. I like that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
The Shawshank Redemption channel.
Who are some of the big stars we're going to see, Melissa? You said Clint Eastwood.
Halle Berry, Martin Sheen, James Gandolfini, Diane Lane.
Wow.
Maureen O'Hara, Richard Gere.
Maureen O'Hara was on my original Desert Island 5.
Yeah.
Maureen O'Hara is at my table, my friend.
Damn. I love her.
That in itself is what makes me feel cool.
If I could
Maureen O'Hara is at my table.
If I could freeze her in time.
No, it doesn't matter. She's the coolest.
You have to remind her of something. Tell her that I was watching her the other day, and I saw her when she was like 17 years old in The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wow.
She was the broad that the Hunchback falls in love with. What's her name? Isabella or something like that?
No. I'll never remember it.
You would think the president of the Screen Actors Guild would know that.
I
Maybe
know
I'll call
Sorry,
Rhoda, see if she knows.
I'm not the president of everything that was ever written.
It was Jennifer.
No, it was Jennifer. It was Stella, right?
I don't
Stella,
remember.
that's it.
But I couldn't believe it. I'm watching this thing, and I looked her up on the Internet Movie Database.
Esmeralda. Thank you.
Esmeralda, that's it. I think she was like 17 in that movie or something.
Jeez.
That woman's got a career.
Yeah.
Oh, beauty.
Well, good talking to you, Melissa.
You too, guys.
Looking forward to seeing your show. It's the Screen Actors Guild. It's the 9th time they're doing this. Coming up on Sunday, 8 o'clock on TNT. And you will see Melissa Gilbert out there reminding everybody that she's the president of everything.
That's right. That's me.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks, you guys.
Good to know that Laura Ingalls still makes out in the bloomers.
Hey, some things never change.
All right. Say hi to Bruce for us.
I will.
See you later. Okay, you hang up first.
Oh, she wants you. She can't hang up.
You hang up first. I'm not hanging up.
I'm not hanging up.
Hey, we got a thing going on here.
I'm having breakfast.
No, you hang up first. Come on.
No, that's okay. You hang up.
I'm not ending this thing.
Okay, bye.
No one's going to say I hung up on Laura Ingalls. It's just not going to happen.
I'm just going to sit here and eat toast. I don't care.
Fine. I'm just going to sit here
he'll
and drink
keep
coffee.
you on. Oh, no. This
Love
is going to go on
toast.
forever.
Chainsaw loves toast.
What kind of bread is it?
It's white.
Nice. Okay. All right. Can't believe it's not butter or the real stuff.
Real butter.
Oh, yum.
Right out of the farm.
Look, seriously.
You just
I'm
churned it.
not hanging up.
No, me neither.
And when you do,
Yeah.
I'm going to bitch and moan all day about how Laura Ingalls hung up on me.
Listen, I'm not going to pull the trigger on this. I'm going to let the lady from TNT hang up.
Oh, nice. Boyer, come over here and hang up on her.
Calling the middleman.
Pass it off to the secretary of hanging up the phone.
That's what makes me good at being president.
All right, thanks a lot, Laura.
All right, you guys.
Bye.
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 I'm not hanging up.
I didn't hang up either. I'm still waiting for the...
I'm not hanging
Oh, my
up.
God. The two most stubborn people in the world are on the phone together.
Shelley, this is what people who are in love do. They cannot finish it with each other. You remember that time Marsha Brady was here and she made out with me?
She did not make out with you.
She made out with me.
barely
I almost
pecked you on the
suffocated.
tip.
Just on the cheek.
And she called her manager over and said, "Could you get that goon off of me?" It was terribly embarrassing for all of us.
Well, this is what happens. We get the starlets on the show and they can't get off me.
Oh, good God. The woman is a highly dignified president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Don't tell me. She reminded me 14 times.
She's clearly a president who can't stop playing the hang up the phone game.
I'm not hanging up.
I'm not either.
Oh,
What?
well,
What's
this
to
is
hang up for? Look, I'm looking at my schedule, and I don't have another interview until 8:20. So, you know.
Who are you going to talk to next?
Where am I next?
We're
Phoenix.
There's nothing there.
What radio station?
KDKB.
Yeah!
Oh, my God. Shelley and I used to work
We've
there.
been there. Don't even go. Oh.
Johnny Thunder in the morning.
I gotta talk to LA, and that's where I live.
Ah. Well, I'm not hanging up, so I don't know how LA's
Well, I'm
going
not
to
hanging
hear
up either. I mean, I got 20 minutes, so.
Tell me,
You want the toast?
tell me if we were your favorite interview so far today.
Definitely the most lively,
Oh. Ouch.
and definitely my favorite.
All right,
God, you guys are easy.
We're needy.
let's solve this the diplomatic Hans Blix kind of way here. You ready? Let's just on the count of 3, let's hang up. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you are both so weaselly.
How do you know I didn't hang up on her?
Well, I know you didn't.
How do you know?
Are you
You
there?
don't hear her.
Are
She's
you
not
there?
there. She's not there.
Melissa?
Oh!
my God.
What a crunt! Take it all back.
God.
Take it all back.
Never cared for that show.
I don't think she meant any of it.
Typical politician, you know.
Oh, she was cool.
Until she hung up.
I did not expect her to be that much fun. All right, Melissa Gilbert here on the KGB. Let's do a quick timeout. Here is Route 66 with traffic.
Thank you so much. We still have lots of slowing in North County on the coast. South 5 heavy La Costa Avenue now to Manchester. South 15 slows out of Escondido and again from Bernardo all the way down to Camino del Norte. Slowing continues in the South Bay as well. North 805 East Street up to the 94. Then El Cajon Boulevard past the 8 up towards the 52. West 94 heavy on the approach into downtown. North 5 still bunching up in the South Bay East Street up to Harbor. Working a crash westbound 94 approaching the 805 as it backed up to College. And a crash northbound 5 at Leucadia Boulevard. Trader Joe's, where you'll find unique foods from all over the world at prices everyone can afford. Dial 1-800-SHOP-TJs for the location of your nearest Trader Joe's. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shumway and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
This is Junior.
Hey, Junior, how you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Good. We're on the radio in San Diego at KGB. And I know that, are you the producer for the morning show there in Phoenix at KDKB?
Is this on air?
Yeah, we're still on the air.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Nothing. See you later. Piss off. Not interested you in your small market. See ya. Have fun. Going to give you some help with your Melissa Gilbert interview, but I think I'll pass.
Step.
Yeah, what do you want? I can see why you're the phone screener. Must be your charming demeanor.
Well, you know, in all fairness, Emily probably yelled at him when she...
Did you yell at him?
Did
you scream at him?
He got him all
never
pissed
yelled.
off.
I am not a yeller.
Do something about the rage. Anger management. Wow. Something. God. What happened to you?
Maybe even, you know, there is some medication that can kind of calm.
Take a damn it all. Helps with the cramps. You're not dying. It happens to all girls. Don't worry about it. Your mom will talk to you. All right. Just in time for Dave's Free Thursday Golf. I went and cut my hand off last night.
Yeah, what'd you do that for?
You'll like this, Shell, being as one who's done similar activities.
What?
I was in the garage monkeying around with some sharp plastic, and I cut my hand.
You cut your hand on plastic?
Sharp plastic?
Yeah.
Not sharp as a knife.
Yeah.
It's sharp enough to cut human flesh, I'm here to tell you.
Come on, so is paper.
You know, I always thought the stick for your TV would get you first.
No.
I didn't know the sharp plastic would get you.
No.
Well,
So I sliced my hand wide open
Right.
on some sharp plastic,
ow.
and then I went and did it again.
Oh, awesome. Hey, I understand what that's like.
Yes, diving into the shallow pool twice.
How did my chin get in the way again?
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm hoping the hand will hold up for our Dave's Free Thursday Golf at Menifee Lakes Country Club, thanks to Jamie Brady hooking us up out there. And, of course, our title sponsor, the Roundy family, who bring you the Fun Bike Center and Dave's Free Thursday Golf. So I've got this cut in the palm of my hand.
Oh, no.
There's no bandage that works for that, or no Band-Aid that works for that.
Nope.
You got to, like, strap a tourniquet on your hand.
Which you have.
Which I have done.
Which looks lovely.
It's a
Your
good
hand
look.
has a turban. It's nice.
This looks like when I was fighting the Irish.
Well, I wondered if you were going to go to the...
Yeah.
I just wondered if you were going to go into the ring tonight or something, because you have your hand taped up like that.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Well,
Got
will
to
you
do
wear-
it twice.
Do you wear a glove?
Not on my right hand. I'm a right-handed player, so I wear the glove on my left hand.
Can you get a glove for your right hand, crud?
Might have to go lefty these next couple of weeks. Get a little strange. Let go, my friend.
Is that the first thing you think of when you're a guy and you injure your paw?
I think of as a woman.
I was thinking it too, really.
What'd you say, Shell?
I said that's the first thing I thought of. Wow.
We're going to get a lotion-proof Band-Aid.
Are you guys serious?
Seriously.
That's the first thing you thought of.
Yeah.
What a bunch of pervs.
My friends and I were playing Would You Rather once, and it just stuck in my head, and I can't get rid of it. Would you rather be in a horrible car wreck where you have to have like 10 surgeries before you can even be presentable in the public again,
Right.
or you lose the hand that you use?
Oh, come on.
Well, most people choose the surgery. It's unbelievably
Well,
true.
does the surgery get you back to normal? Because
Sure.
you said it's just 10 just to get looking halfway presentable.
Well, just so that you can actually be seen in public again and feel comfortable about it. You know, you're going to at least have to endure 10 surgeries, or you just lose the hand that you use.
Did you ever get one of those cuts? And I'm working on this plastic out in the garage yesterday, and it's not that clean. And I get one of these cuts, and I'm like, okay, I've got to
disinfect.
Do that thing. Yeah, exactly.
Hydrogen.
Did you ever get one of those cuts that you look at right away and go, that's not looking like a clean healer right there.
Especially in the palm of your hand, which attracts a lot of germs and is always moving, so it crackles and it doesn't mend, doesn't knit.
That's the other nice thing I got going for me. Every time I move my hand, I get that neat feeling of the
rippage
of the cut opening and closing.
It's like a Muppet mouth.
It's like I'm failing. Yeah.
Your eyes
Exactly.
winking.
Pac-Man hand.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah.
Just pleasant, and I noticed just now that it's still bleeding, so I'm happy about that.
Excellent.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah.
He could have had any woman in the world, but none could match the beauty of his own hand. And that became his one true love. The muscles became so strained with overuse that eventually the hand locked into a deformed position, and he was left with nothing but a claw.
Ken, you're on the KGB.
Hey, I got a cure for Dave's cut hand.
Yeah.
It is pulling the cut together and then gluing it with super glue.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and Pete Townsend and numerous guitarists use that trick during their concerts when they cut their hand or whatever on the wire.
Yeah, 'cause
super glue and go out and keep playing.
Yeah, my grandfather used to do it when he was bowling. He'd cut his finger and he would pull it together, put some super glue on there, and go bowling.
Why do you cut yourself on a bowling ball? Just a thought.
How do you get the super glue off eventually? Does it just wear off after a while?
Yeah, it just falls off after a while.
It could cause an infection.
And that horrible accident where he put too much super glue on and the ball went and so did his arm. And you just
That's terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
Well, I think there's a product out there right now that actually has
I think you're right.
some kind of glue or something to that effect that has like ointment or something together with it. But
Ointment.
Yeah, they did. They advertised it for a while on television, and then you could never find them in the stores.
Exactly.
I don't
But I know
believe
what
for
you're
a
talking
minute
about.
it'll hold up in a game of golf because
Well,
it's right.
maybe not,
It's
yeah.
right where you hold the
Is it
right
right
where you
in the
hold
heat?
the stick.
Well, I've tried it before. Super glue seems to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not too bad of a cut, you can just pull it together. You know, dab a whole bunch on there, and
And you put it over the top, right? You don't pour it inside.
don't pour it inside. Good point.
Thank you, Ken.
All right, thanks.
See you later. Well, anyway, Menifee Lakes is where we're playing today up in Temecula, and there's a great deal going on this weekend. If you go to Golf Fest, which is going to be at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, it's only $10 to get in, and now you're in this wonderful expo of golf, and you hold on to that ticket because it is also your admission to the Stan Humphries Celebrity Classic, which is coming up. And it's also good for greens fees at Menifee Lakes Country Club or 2 other fine golf courses in the county of San Diego. That'd be Cottonwood down south or...
Wait, I'm trying to help you.
Castle Creek.
Castle Creek.
Thank you, Emily. Castle Creek, Menifee Lakes, where we're playing today, and Cottonwood are the 3 golf courses that are participating in Golf Fest. $10. You get into the expo, you get to go golfing, and you get tickets to the Stan Humphries Celebrity Classic. It's going on all this weekend, the Del Mar Fairgrounds. This is KGB. Here's Dave on the KGB. What's going on, Dave? Dave.
You know, Dave.
I don't know what you just did, but it was funny. You hooted or something.
Well, Dave, you know, first you start the week out, and then you run away like a little girl.
Hey, I had a case of the vapors. Come on. Thought I was going to
swoon. Now you're
swoon.
whining about some paper cut.
It's not a paper
I don't
cut.
think you ever were a Marine fighting in Stalingrad in the
I'm starting to wonder.
Franco-Prussian War.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what was this? Fighting Stalingrad what?
Fighting in Stalingrad during the Franco-Prussian War.
That's right, you got the wrong war.
But it was the Boer War.
Yeah.
The Boyer was there.
On some station called K-Poof. Come on, Dave.
K-Boof. Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
It's not a paper cut. It's a serious gash. The deep gash.
From plastic, not paper.
I could see bones hanging out.
Oh, come on.
Nah. Nah. All right. Going to take a chance on this. I thought it was funny. Late breaking news about our war on terrorism. Let's go immediately to
I'd
the
like to
network.
introduce Craig Benson, who's the new senior spokesman for the new Office of Homeland Security, and he'll be happy to take your questions. Good afternoon. In the past few weeks, through our national hotline, we have collected hundreds of names of suspected terrorists, and I'm proud to say that most of these calls have come from high school and college students nationwide. In fact, we received over 475 calls alone regarding this man. My balls is Harry. We also received calls regarding such nefarious terrorists as Grabber Booby and Haida Salami. And let this be a message to you, Haida Salami. We will not play your dangerous game. We are also currently searching for a man we believe to be an Al-Qaeda lieutenant who's Bin Fartin, his cousin. I've been Fartin, and their close companion, Ajit Madror. Question over there.
Is there a way to identify who's been Fartine?
Our operatives have picked up this scent. Also, according to our intelligence, he is targeting gas refineries and fertilizer plants, and oddly enough, baked bean canneries. He is a silent but deadly killer.
Hey, what can you tell us about Ajit Madror?
We're told that when he was fleeing the scene of his last attack, he left skid marks.
Oh, right.
He is extremely dangerous. Our sources say that he is plotting to attack New York City, the New York City sewer system, with what we believe it is to be a dirty bomb.
Do you have any other names you're willing to release?
Yes. Please call our hotline at once if you have any information regarding the following men. Xavier Bush, Suka Queer, must have a rod up your pooper. I hope I got that right. I want to fuga. You stroke it, I'll watch. Puma deke out.
A Puma deke out.
We believe we'll be targeting certain adult bookstores sometime in the near future. And this man, the notorious Ulique Medik, a.k.a. Uwana Medik, a.k.a. Suga Medik. Thank you. That is all. And live from New York, it's Saturday night.
You Suka Medik. All right, let's get on the KGB Sports Network right now. Here is the Chainsaw on the 101. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody in the sports world. So you want some great publicity out of the Chargers, huh? Well, you got it yesterday with the free agent signing of wide receiver David Boston, 6'2", 245, strong as Junior Seau, fast as Tim Dwight. This guy is a beast. Led the league in receiving yardage 2 years ago. Remember when he single-handedly ate up the Chargers 2 years ago at the Q?
As opposed to who?
Okay, everybody ate up the Chargers that year. But David Boston is the real deal, giving the Chargers a quality set of triplets, a la the Dallas Cowboys triplets of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. Boston is 24 years old. Drew Brees is 24. LaDainian Tomlinson will be 24 this summer. You got your receiver, you got your quarterback, you got your running back. These guys could grow old together and fill their hands with Super Bowl rings. Oh, my.
Now, don't overdo it.
Okay, we won't count the thumb. 8 Super Bowls with these guys. David Boston, why here?
Well, basically, man, when I took my visit, I was real comfortable, and I felt like the ownership and the organization were trying to win, and that was a big thing for me. And, they got a great running game out there. They have a quarterback who's young and talented, and the weather's great. It's just a great place to be.
And, of course, the money. $47 million potential dollars over 7 years, including a $4 million signing bonus and 2 years of guaranteed money. David Boston, with last week's acquisition of All-Pro fullback Lorenzo Neal, yes, we added an All-Pro fullback to block for LT. The Chargers are instant playoff contenders, if not locks. And even more good news, that DUI and cocaine charge that Boston pleaded no contest to in Phoenix, the NFL announced the matter resolved, and Boston will not be suspended. All right. Rodney Harrison gets suspended and nicks $75,000 for a questionable late hit. Boston gets a free pass for a snortable late night hit. Such is justice in the NFL. 2003 Chargers prediction, 12-4 regular season. Then they'll beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 38.
That's insane.
Is it?
You're stupid.
Am I? Yeah. Whatever.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Spring training baseball. The Padres lost 11-6 to the White Sox yesterday in Arizona. Padres pitcher Oliver Perez gave up 3 home runs. Padre hitters went 8 for 35, a .228 team average. So the Padres are in midseason form, and so is Jerry Coleman. Check out this excerpt from the game.
No, he's just not even talking anymore. That's terrible.
What's
Was
wrong
he on
with
strike
him?
or something?
Kelly waiting in the pitch. Swinging a foul. Incidentally, San Diego's most popular talk shows are on again. They're San Diego's favorite radio station. Rush Limbaugh, 9 to noon. Dr. Laura, noon to 3. Roger Hitchcock, 3 to 6. And Tracy Taylor, 6 to 9. You can catch them on the home of the Padres, the big one. News Radio 600, KOGO.
Stacy, not Tracy. Stacy Taylor.
I hate guys that correct.
He's in mid-season form, and it's the first game. I love it.
Fastball low and inside on the corner for a strike. Well,
fastball low and inside on the corner for a strike.
Okay.
Yes, that's your midseason form. Okay. The Padres visit the Rockies in Tucson today. Tiger Woods and most of the golfing world is passing up the Dubai Classic in the Middle East, not because it's only 900 miles from Iraq. It's because the entire golf course is a sand trap.
Sports humor. I can't get enough of it.
I can. Tiger passing up on a $2 million appearance fee, let alone prize money.
Is that like in Saudi Arabia or something like that?
It's the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Something like that, which is in the area, David.
Yes, it is.
It's 900 miles from Iraq. All right. More golf. After a golfer playing near Africa's Naulzi Safari Park hit a ball that ended up in a lion's mouth, the British Golf Museum at St. Andrews had issued a rule that if a drive lands in a lion's mouth, the player should be allowed to drop the ball without penalty on the nearest spot, no nearer to the hole, that is safely away from the line. Yeah, how about Indiana? That'd be pretty safely far enough away from me. Good rule, but too late for that guy. Things got ugly after he attempted to play it where it landed. Of course, he could have waited about 8 to 10 hours and played it out of the roughage. But, in other sports,
Ask Myrtle in the typing pool.
8:27, 25 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh! 5.
Let's get a traffic update now. Here is Route 66.
Thank you so much. Slow traffic continues in the South Bay, North 805 from Plaza up to 43rd. Then heavy Murray Ridge off and on to the 52. Westbound 94 slows on the approach into downtown. Northbound 5 working a crash in the North County right at Leucadia Boulevard as it backed up to Birmingham. Southbound 5 slows La Costa Avenue to Manchester. South 15 looking a little better in Escondido. Heavy from Felicita down to Villa Rancho. Then Mercy to Mira Mesa till you're clear. Working a crash westbound 94 approaching the 805 as it backed up to College. A crash westbound 8 approaching College has it backed up to Fletcher Parkway. Rubio's famous fish tacos are only 99 cents. Crispy beer-battered fish, crunchy cabbage, squeeze of lime, 99-cent fish tacos for a limited time, only at Rubio's Fresh Mexican Grill. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
Do you know about Nexium, the purple pill?
Sure, I know.
I know.
Boy, am I glad I know.
I just wish I'd known sooner.
Isn't it time you knew? Talk to your doctor about Nexium, esomeprazole magnesium to be scientific. Find out if Nexium is right for you. Or call 1-888-PURPLE-PILL. Remember the number, or call right now. 1-888-PURPLE-PILL.
Yeah, Jimmy?
We got a broken main leaking into the subway.
Right. I'll get you some help. Danny, get some pumps to Jimmy.
Right on it.
Phil, get the WD Station 5 and shut off that water main.
You got it.
Good is being called on in an emergency.
Jimmy, how many men you got there?
Better is having unlimited minutes on Nextel's digital walkie-talkie to handle it instantly. For just $59.99 per month, you get instant communication with your entire team. You also receive unlimited night and weekend minutes, free nationwide long distance, and 400 outgoing anytime minutes. Best of all, with this plan, all your incoming calls are free, so you can save your cell minutes.
What you doing, Jimmy?
The backstroke.
For details, shop at Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL9.
Now you can get $100 off any Nextel Internet-ready digital phone. So don't miss out. Shop at Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL9. Offers end March 31st, 2003. One-year agreement, account setup fee, taxes, charges, and other restrictions may apply. Phones by Motorola.
For Jay Longshore, the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. His fleet of plumbing trucks needs to be serviced, but Jay can't afford the costly downtime. One false move, one bad decision, and Southern California's toilets are toast. Fortunately, Jay has an account at Jiffy Lube. Their computer contains the fleet's full-service records, so his trucks can get in and get out even faster. Jiffy Lube performs more oil changes than anyone in the world, bringing complete signature service to every vehicle. That kind of expertise keeps Jay's fleet running like a well-oiled machine and helps keep the plumbing company flush. Jiffy Lube, every 3,000 miles. Lube it or lose it.
Get an oil change at Jiffy Lube and get a free ticket to a San Diego Riptide game when you buy a ticket. Half the field, twice the excitement. Visit SanDiegoRiptide.com or see Jiffy Lube for details.
Susan, a 34-year-old teacher, checked with Freeway Insurance and saved $393 on auto insurance.
Those savings add up.
Ed, a 27-year-old baker, checked Freeway and saved $532.
That's a lot of dough.
Debbie, age and occupation anonymous, did not check Freeway. She paid $680, too much. Next time, you better check with Freeway, where you get the lowest total price, the lowest down payment, and the lowest monthly payment on auto insurance. Listen, call other companies if you want, but if you forget to check with Freeway, you could be missing hundreds of dollars in savings. So be like Bob, the doctor, who checked and saved $943 for his family.
Say ah.
Call Freeway at 1-800-464-SAVE. That's 1-800-464-SAVE. Or log on to freewayinsurance.com. Remember the name, Freeway. It's that thing you're speeding on.
KGB has been searching San Diego for weeks. We have found the toughest, the meanest, most skilled boxers in town, and now is your chance to see real live boxing happening at 4th and B downtown, and it's brought to you by Saturn of San Diego. Come see the matches. There are 3 rounds each, men and women, battling it out to win the brand spanking new Saturn Ion. Get up and drive. At 4th and B, you're up close and personal with the fighters. You'll see women pounding each other, men duking it out as fast as they can in each 90-second round. This is sanctioned boxing. You've never seen anything like it before. Semifinals on Tuesday the 11th, and the finals are on March 25th at 4th and B. Get your tickets at the box office there or any boxing club location. You can get free tickets by test driving any vehicle at any San Diego Saturn retailer. It's brought to you by 180 Sports Enhanced Water. Cooler in a can. 800-922-BOXX is the number for more information, or go to our website, 101kgb.com. Well, it must just be me, which wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. But reality TV continues to get pretty decent ratings. Fox has a new show. It's called Married by America. Anybody seen it?
Seen the promos, that's it.
That's all I've seen. No one's watched it yet?
Nope.
No.
So I don't even know what the show is about.
They take a bachelor or a bachelorette, and then America, as the promos indicate, and America gets to have a hand in voting for them and picking them and matching them up.
Why are people falling for this garbage? It's not like anyone actually gets married on all these reality shows. Starting with the first one, Rick Rockwell.
Yeah.
Most of the time, not only do they get married, they don't even hang out with each other.
Yep.
Why do you keep getting suckered into this thing?
For the fame. People
That's why
do it
blind
for the 15
date.
minutes of fame.
Blind date's the best because it's just a date. It's 2 people. It's fairly real, other than the fact that you have cameras and microphones on the date.
And it's great watching them screw it up.
And, yes, and the little bubbles.
Yeah.
He is so far away from getting laid. I can't believe it. That kind of thing.
Tell me when I get boring.
Oh, that was the greatest reality dating game of the history of the world.
Oh, do me a favor and tell me if I say anything stupid.
Joe Millionaire. I'll take Gilligan any day.
Well, one of the contestants on Married by America, unfortunately, is not going to be able to play because she's already married.
What? Well,
if you watch this show, her name is Denise. She was busted by her sister-in-law who was watching at home. As part of the game, each potential bride was supposed to have a hidden secret.
Uh-huh.
Denise had a whopper.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 whoppers, according to her sister-in-law, who said she didn't have those giant boobs on her wedding day. I can tell you that. Married by America was created by the same people who did Joe Millionaire, but it's not in the same league ratings-wise. I guess Joe Millionaire was just a runaway smash hit. Married by America was crushed on Monday by Fear Factor and a bunch of reruns on CBS. Reached for comment, Fox said they were unaware of Denise's marital status until it was brought to their attention. They'll deal with the matter next Monday on the show. Oh, okay.
Fear Factor still has a little leg in it.
I still like Fear Factor.
Still got legs.
But Fear Factor is more of a game show than reality TV.
Right.
I mean, it's a dare show. I don't know. I would classify it as a game show more than anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I am initially interested in these shows like The Bachelorette and stuff like that, but when they get to the end and they take 2 hours to do it, forget about it.
Yep. And now that we know that they're all going to be 2 hours.
And we're so far gone from it.
Gone.
Men versus women.
I mean, that used to be, I thought, a really compelling, terrific show. In my opinion, I loved it. for the first 2 or 3.
I liked the second season is the only one I watched, and then that was it. I was gone.
I saw a commercial for Survivor yesterday, and it had this woman going, "Would you please just shut up?"
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yep, same old crap.
Yep. We've got all the chicks together, though, and all the guys together.
Mm-hmm.
And the chicks are getting sick of each other. Shut up. It's ugly.
Now, is there any sneaking off from the guy camp to the chick camp like they had in those old 70s movies, the
Yeah.
7th graders at Camp Suck a Pee-Pee or whatever?
I don't know, because I haven't watched it.
Sneaking off in the middle of the night to see each other?
I know that the women were using their womanly charms to win the first contest. Is that right, Ruthie?
I don't know. I didn't even watch the first one.
Yeah, I just heard that on the
first
promos.
one. I'm just done with these shows.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that America Marriage Game, but each person just looked so pretty, and they just said all this perfect stuff. Yeah, she's really smart, college graduate, and she's looking for this, that, and the other thing. Like, oh, shut up.
Ruth 66, TV critic.
Shut up.
Here's more of what Ruth 66 had to say about Married by America. It may have been the bossiest show of the season. All these people we've never met speaking to us collectively as America and telling us what to do. America, pay attention. America, vote for me. America, I need you to find me a husband. Well, I'm sorry, honey. Find your own husband. America's a little busy at the moment.
I just couldn't watch it.
I tried to watch Star Search last night. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's
Star Search? That was on at my house for a little bit. Isn't that the thing with...
Everyone sings, and Arsenio...
Arsenio, yeah.
Show me the digits. He's
Show
always
me the digits.
Show me the digits. I'm like, what?
You're so crafty.
I mean, I don't get it. And they all sound alike. They all do the...
I know it. They take 20 notes to do one syllable.
But they also have, besides singers, they have comedians and dancers. There were some boring dancers last night.
But the singers all sound alike.
Oh, well, that's true. But they have little kids, and then they have middle kids and older kids.
And that's the most pathetic thing of all. It's like, what are you doing to your child? What are you doing to your child? There will be so many things that they can, be horrified about later on in life.
Can you even see these little kid talent shows without thinking about that little girl in Colorado anymore?
I know. That's what it
Jean
reminds me
Benet.
of.
That's all I think of anymore when I see little kid talent shows, little kid beauty pageants.
Christina Aguilera came out of Star Search. She was on Star
I
Search.
know, but now it's become such a parody of itself.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
shouldn't you
now
be at
it's
home
done.
coloring?
Give me Sam Harris.
Dennis Miller lost on Star Search to Sinbad.
Oh, my God.
He always reminds us of that when he's on the show.
That's right.
Yeah, man, I lost to Sinbad.
Star Search.
So that kind of sucked, man. I think Sinbad's funny.
Yeah, he is. But so is Dennis Miller.
Matt LeBlanc is smart enough not to talk about his upcoming spin-off show from Friends. But he doesn't have to talk about it. The actor they hired to play his 18-year-old brother is blurting out everything. His name is Jamie Dodd, and in the show, Matt discovers he has a brother he never knew about living in England.
Oh, geez, it's like in soap operas.
That's where Jamie's from. He flew in for a secret audition last September. All his agent could tell him was that they wanted someone who looked Italian but had an English accent. And after doing a second audition in London, they flew him back for a screen test, and afterwards he was told, if you want the part, you got it. Jamie says, I was so excited, I couldn't believe it. This is a big role. This show is all about Joey's unknown brother moving in with him. Set to debut in September of 2004. The working title is New York, New York, the spin-off of Friends, starring Matt LeBlanc, Joey.
Can't miss.
Must watch. ABC is beating viewers over the head with Trista from The Bachelorette. Camera crews have been following her and whatever slob she's hanging out with now. I don't know. Who's she hanging out with now?
Ryan.
He proposed.
So they meet with wedding planners and travel agencies about their honeymoon.
Hope it's Martin Short. A little life.
Oh, it's like in Father of the Bride.
A little zest in the action.
The result of all this is going to be a 1-hour special a week from Wednesday, and it won't be the last one. Her wedding's going to be shown on live TV like she was Lady Diana.
God.
Get over yourself.
That's awful.
That's going to ruin her for life.
Oh, she's already cooked.
Such a prima donna.
Yeah.
Anthony Kiedis, who was on Shelley Dunst.
Used to
Hard
be.
to say your name ever since you and Kirsten Dunst got together.
I did not get together with her.
I'm sorry, I believe you swore your love for her forever.
Yep.
All right, whatever. Screw you, go to hell. He's the.
It's a little harsh, but I'll take it.
That's what I hear when I see it. Blah, blah, blah.
Whatever. Blah,
What does Anthony Kiedis do for a living, Shell?
He's a singer with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he cut all his hair off.
He's about to become an author. Who taught him to write?
No,
He
he's
just received
gonna
a...
hoof it out.
Listen to this. Someone gave him a $1 million advance for a book called Scar Tissue. He promises to name names of all the famous women he slept with.
Who cares?
No kidding.
Did he sleep with me? Then I don't care.
Would you?
Not now. Not without the hair. The hair was everything.
That's it?
Yeah. Plus, who's he dating now? He's ruined forever.
Some little whore.
Some little whore.
Heidi Klum.
Yeah, he's going to reveal, like David Wells, he's going to reveal he was half drunk during a performance. Really?
Shock.
I love that David Wells story. His autobiography has misquoted him.
Took himself out of context, Dave. Adjusting that 40% down to 25% of players do steroids.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, in this day and age of nobody's responsible for anything they do, if you had to pay a nickel every time you use the word out of context, or the phrase out of context, you'd be poor.
Yeah.
I've been listening to these sports stars all commenting on the David Wells thing, and every one of them, well, who knows what context it was given in, and it's his autobiography. It's what he said about him.
Right.
You know, it was co-written by a guy who was a writer for Beavis and Butthead, and I kid you not.
Wow.
Well, about Heidi Klum, Anthony, your former glam boy,
Yeah.
says she was the most down-to-earth, unpretentious girl. You'd never know she was a world-class supermodel. Maybe if she stayed around longer, he would have known. Their relationship lasted about 10 days. Near the end, he says. How
Near
can you
the
tell when
end.
it's the end? It's a week and a half.
Near the
The
day
end.
9.
We were starting to take each other for granted.
Oh, good God.
What a dope.
Week and a half.
What a dope. Anthony still misses his first love.
Who?
Heroin.
Yeah.
The smack.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He says he kicked the habit 15 years ago. After the band's original guitarist died from an overdose.
Well, what else? What other choice do you have but to go on H? You know?
Well, I think they were all doing it together, and then that guy died, and so he's like, oh, I went to Mexico for a couple of weeks. But then, remember, he disappeared about 5 years ago.
I don't know. He's never been on my screen.
Well, I used to check him out, and he disappeared about 5 years ago, and the wide speculation was that he was off doing the smack.
We've been tracking him, David.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, AnthonyKiedisWatch.com. Check it out. He says, I still miss drugs, especially if I'm lacking love. Drugs are difficult to replace. Oh, gee. You know.
That sounds like a true drug addict, though.
It's one of the prices you pay for doing this, and it does
Can't do any
beat
schmack.
you down, I think, in a way.
Can't do schmack on the street.
Like a schmacker.
Not being able to walk down the street or.
Oh, shut up. It's not like a gum you can chew which magically takes away the craving. But the price you pay is more than the pleasure you get.
Oh, my God. That's great lyric. Write it down.
in the book.
Yeah. Make a song out of it.
It's meant to coin.
These guys are like poets or something.
Stop it.
According to Spin Magazine, another member of the band, John Frusciante, did so much heroin his teeth fell out.
Oh.
Only gray stumps remain. Gray Stumps is the name of my new band, and we're opening for Red Hot Chili Peppers. We're a very colorful lineup.
Yeah, I like that.
I like Gray Stumps Remain better, though.
Well, first we were Gray Stumps Remain, kind of like Jefferson Starship,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they just went to Starship
Right.
and Jefferson Airplane.
Right.
We're an evolving thing.
Yep, yep.
They had to be replaced with dentures when he was 32.
Oh, my God.
He's had a total of $112,000 worth of dental surgery.
Oh, my God.
Like the guys in the band, he's drug-free, but every day is a struggle. He says, sometimes I want to fix. But not if it means using Fix-A-Dent.
Oh.
Jennifer Lopez!
J-Lo. J-Lo.
What now?
Dave.
Huh?
Fill us in. Let us know what she's doing.
Well, she's apparently forgetting her roots. She's not just Jenny from the block.
No, I don't believe it. I won't believe it.
She got her first big break as a backup dancer on the TV show In Living Color, when she was a fly girl with a gigantic ass. But J-Lo treats her own dancers like dirt. I don't believe it.
Well, she married one.
Her management company just hired 15 girls for her new video. They were mostly talented dancers in the business, but J-Lo paid them $150 for the entire shoot, which went on all night in the worst imaginable conditions.
Oh, brother.
The dancers were forced to stand outside in downtown L.A.
Oh, my
While
God.
She beat them down.
You know, like I was like, hey, hello. To the maids and to the other people who are working in the hotel, the concierge, and all the people that I would usually just whoosh by.
It was probably 55 degrees out.
It's too bad that the maids are not getting douched by anymore by J-Lo.
Well, she's had to...
They're doucheless.
Right. Oh, you hate to hear that.
To the maids. They're not even people. They're like bugs.
You know, like I was like, hey, hello. To the maids and to the other people who are working in the hotel, the concierge, and all the people that I would usually just whoosh by.
You're like Princess Di.
The most people that used to just crush under my heel.
Right.
After complaining, this is the dancers, that their lives were in danger.
Oh, my God.
They were placed in an unheated basement filled with cockroaches.
Excellent.
After 7 unbearable hours, the dancers felt cheated by J-Lo. Behind her back, they never called her J-Lo. According to them, her name was Paylo.
Hello.
Oh.
Ouch.
Owie, owie, ow.
Ouch.
How do you get over that one?
I don't think you do.
I thought it was going to be Bitchlow or something. 150 bucks.
No, they weren't being paid to think.
Maybe you've seen the late-night commercials for herbal pills that make your hooters gigantic.
Yes, they'll make everything gigantic if you take enough of them.
Oh.
That's what they say, but they don't work.
Give you a great big ole ass.
I guess. Well, you know, there's
Great big hands.
There's some for men and their
really?
penises, and then there's some for the hooters and
Really?
anything you want.
I think
Yeah,
called Blue Sant or something like that.
something.
All they do is cause water retention.
Of course. It's a big old salt.
Your chest will expand, but you'll feel bloated and heavy. Plus, after you drink coffee or any other diuretic, your chest will revert back to normal.
Oh no!
Reverting chests. Yeah, they're opening for gray stumps.
How horrible! You get all dressed up, and you know you're like a D cup, and then you have a cup of coffee, and you're no cup.
Remember that great episode of Will and Grace when Grace wore the water bra that burst?
Yes. I felt so bad for her.
Finally, there's an answer, and it's called Wonder Breast.
Uh-huh.
Wonder Breast pills do not cause water retention. They work by allowing your body to release the same hormones it did during puberty. Only 3 pops a day is enough to trigger this effect. The average user gains 1 cup size every 3 months until apparently she explodes. Does it really work? Can a pill give you the larger, more womanly chest you've always dreamed of? I don't know. I just like the before and after pictures on the website. It's wonderbreast.com. I'm going right there now. I don't get it. How do you spell it? What's the address? You have to put www.what? Hello?
No, I know you can get by without that.
Wonderbreast.com. Half-Baked Crackpot News is coming up here. It's KGB San Diego.
Good morning, American.
Yeah.
Does your dick leave a mark when you park?
No. I'm in good shape. Chainsaw, you got any problems over there?
I'm good.
All right, buddy. Yeah. Boyer? How could you tell?
Detecting some spotting.
O'Doul's occasion number 45. Tax time.
So there you are, tax time, and as a red-blooded, tax-abiding citizen, you're not going to pay 1 cent more than you owe. So with your calculator in one hand and an O'Doul's in the other, you start deducting. Your new big screen TV? That's a deduction. Satellite dish? Deduction. Golf clubs, computer games, nacho chips? Deduction, deduction, deduction. By this time, you're getting so good at deductions, you decide to deduct another O'Doul's from the fridge, now brewed even richer and smoother to give you that great beer taste without the alcohol. And as you finish up that last delicious sip in silence, inside your heart is pounding. Because this year you're smarter, you're sharper, and the only thing you owe is a grand total of $1.27 and a debt of thanks to your O'Doul's for quenching your thirst. God bless America.
Great beer taste without the alcohol. Go ahead. It's an O'Doul's.
O'Doul's contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
We're talking about burger fatigue, the condition that's affecting more and more Americans.
My husband was bored, listless. He had this glazed look in his eyes.
Fortunately, there's a cure.
I took him to Rubio's for their world-famous fish taco. He tasted that crispy beer-battered fish, the fresh cabbage and soft corn tortilla, and he came to life. Thank you, Rubio's.
I'm Ralph Rubio. Help stamp out burger fatigue by trying our fish taco, now only 99 cents. It's all part of our annual Great Catch event taking place now at Rubio's Fresh Mexican Grill. When it's cold and rainy outside, think of Rubio's where it's always warm inside. And now there's something special at Rubio's just for rainy days. Our new El Nino Burrito. With marinated grilled chicken or carne asada, served with a fire-roasted enchilada sauce, roasted chipotle salsa, and lots of melted cheese. All for just $3.99. So when the weather's rough, look for the El Nino Burrito sign in the window. But only on rainy days and only at Rubio's Fresh Mexican Grill.
Hi, it's the ever-shrinking Chris Boyer here, and it's out with the old pants and in with the new. Thanks to the fine facilities and staff at 24-Hour Fitness, I'm putting my old pants out to pasture. I've been working with Bill Burns. He's my 24-Hour Fitness certified personal trainer. We meet 3 or 4 times a week. I feel better than I have in years. I can stay up later and work harder at having fun. The results are great when you work the 24-Hour Fitness 24/5 complete personal training program. When you enroll with a certified personal trainer at 24-Hour Fitness, they'll be there for you to develop a program based on your individual needs. You'll receive the expert guidance to get you to your goal. 24-Hour Fitness has state-of-the-art equipment, and if you're into the group thing, 24-Hour Fitness holds dozens of group exercise classes in a friendly, non-intimidating atmosphere. Don't put off getting into shape. Drop in on the 24-Hour Fitness in your neighborhood or call 800-204-2400.
Facilities and amenities may vary per individual. Not all clubs open 24 hours every day. Personal training and 24/5 program available at an additional cost.
To demonstrate just how much there is to do inside of Dave & Buster's, we've hired the world's fastest talking guy to try and list everything one can do in one evening. You ready, world's fastest talking guy?
Are you kidding me? I was born ready. This will be a piece of cake.
Well, super then. Go.
Skee-Ball, Daytona USA, D&B Downs, Virtual Reality, Goldfingers, Potato Skins, Power Cards, Power Stations, Power Hour, Buster's Cheeseburger, Blackened Chicken Pasta, House Salad, Chicken Caesar Sandwich, Shuffleboard, Nothing But Net, NFL Blitz, Tom Collins, Barbecue Ribs, Manhattan on the Rocks, Frozen Margarita.
Is he good or what?
Golden Tea, Arctic Thunder, Pocket Billiards, Motocross, Virtual Boxing, Skateboard Extreme, Huli Salmon, Classic Clubs, Gin and Tonic, Vodka Tonic, Bananas Fostered, Plush Toys, Autographed Baseballs, Rapture Capture, Jukeboxes, Star Trek, PGA Golf, Buffalo Wings, Quesadillas, Ribeye Steak, and Fried Catfish.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks.
Beachhead, Hydro Thunder, Wild Rapids, $1 Million Margarita, TNT, Rum and Coke.
Alrighty
Fish
then.
and Chips, Cajun Shrimp Alfredo, Nachos, Papa Ball, Spin a Win, NBA Showtime, hats, jackets, t-shirts, coffee mugs, Atlantic Salmon, Sirloin Steaks, Ribeye Steaks, Draft Beer, Bottle Beer, Import Beer, Tickets, Jackpot, Cyclone, Hyper Bowl.
You forgot the coffee.
I didn't forget coffee.
Dave & Buster's, with tons of fun packed into 50,000 square feet, there's always something for everyone. Dave & Buster's, serious food, outrageous fun.
Dave & Buster's, located at I-8 and Interstate 805.
This is KGB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show, working our way towards 9 o'clock now with the crackpot, half-baked, God-burning, flag-hating news. Who are we talking to today?
Oh, lots of people.
Bob Dole?
Bob Dole is going to talk.
Bob Dole's going to talk.
Bill Clinton's going to talk.
Bill Clinton.
Nick Nolte.
Bob Dole hates Bill Clinton.
And they're going to be together again.
Oh, really?
They got a little thing worked out.
Nick Nolte's going to talk this morning.
Well, he's trying to talk.
Could he do maybe the news on K-pop?
Well,
Stevie Kitty. K-pop news. There are problems.
He might not be ready for that yet.
Ports blum to blame.
He's definitely in the running. But we'll hear from lots of guys like that.
All right. What do we have in the news today,
Well,
Shel?
first of all, and I think this is going to make a big difference in Washington, our own San Diego City Board, or County Board of Supervisors, will consider next week a resolution that would express support for President Bush and U.S. troops without calling for a war against Iraq.
Who's doing this?
The San Diego County Board of Supervisors.
Who gives a damn what they think?
I wondered that myself, but still.
And the resolution will do what?
It will express support for Bush and U.S. troops and not call for a war against Iraq.
So promptly right on the fence there, without actually ever touching either side of the issue.
Exactly, and it urges other cities to do the same thing.
What the hell?
And
Get to work!
Calls on San Diegans to fly the flag.
I want your day's payback.
This is Bill Horn.
Ugh.
And he is the supervisor. He says he's bringing this resolution forward because more than 100 cities have voted to oppose a war.
If there is a country
Yes, Bill.
that has committed unspeakable atrocities in the world,
Bill, get to work.
it is the United States of America.
Yeah. No work on anything, important.
I know.
I'm sure that's what George is doing.
Meanwhile,
I wish that San Diego would call so I'd know what to do. Give me a break.
San Francisco. Meanwhile, a majority of Californians believe the U.S. should not invade Iraq and do not trust President Bush to make the right decision. This is a new LA Times poll released today. 3 of every 5 people surveyed believe the U.S. should not go to war with Iraq without the support of the UN. And Bush's approval rating in our state dropped to 48%. It was up as high as 76% after 9/11, after the terrorist attacks.
9/11's all over, sister.
It is all over. It absolutely is.
We're back to hating people for what they stand for.
Meanwhile, another 100 San Diego Reserve Marines and sailors have been called for duty as the U.S. military builds for a possible war in the Persian Gulf. Members of the 4th Medical Battalion, based at the Naval Marine Corps Reserve Training Center in San Diego, report for duty this Sunday in San Diego County. These Marines and sailors have orders for up to a year. They could be on active duty for up to 2 years, though.
9/11, support for your president, patriotism. It's like that cup of old Chinese soup in the refrigerator. It's finally been moved on. Get rid of it.
Well, let's go to the Armed Services Committee. Here's member, and he's also from Alabama. He's a U.S. Senator, Jeff Sessions. He's giving us reaction to the situation with Iraq, and he says the U.S. might already have been at war with Iraq had it not been for one person.
My opponent is against the women's right to choose. Even
Funny.
Our strong ally in all of this, Tony Blair, sincerely requested that the president take one more shot for additional resolution of support of military action.
I am pleased to accept the most boring person in the world award.
And he's one of the high-up guys, too. Sessions says he doubts, though, that Bush will wait much longer for UN support, and he thinks the president will wait for another UN Security Council vote before he takes any action. But Sessions says Bush cannot let France or Russia make U.S. national security decisions.
The president would like to have another resolution supporting the military action, but he's not going to allow that to rule the day. You simply cannot allow the security interest of the United States to be hinged on a veto that may come from Russia or France.
There you go.
Doggone fooling about it. There could be all types of doggone objects in them.
And I'm pleased to say
The president would like to have.
It's just hard to take him seriously with that drama.
boring.
Well, meanwhile,
Thank you,
China's
Homer.
foreign minister says it is completely unnecessary to introduce a new resolution on Iraq to the UN because Resolution 1441 is working. China's foreign minister says weapons inspection should be strengthened and the war should be avoided. And Turkey's top politician says their government is going to wait for results of the next UN Security Council meeting before they decide whether to ask their parliament to reconsider allowing U.S. troops to deploy. Parliament in Turkey has refused to let U.S. troops into that country to prepare for our attack on Iraq.
Lousy Democrats.
Well, they're Turkish. The U.S. is facing an uphill climb in a diplomatic jockeying over Iraq. Britain appears to be backing off a bit, floating a compromise to give Saddam Hussein a little more time. His government continues to whittle down the number of banned missiles, though they destroyed 6 more today. So Secretary of State Colin Powell has a busy couple of days leading into the UN Security Council session tomorrow. He will testify on Capitol Hill today, as well as meet with foreign ministers or ambassadors of all the nations on the council. Powell will address the council tomorrow and urge approval of a U.S., British, Spanish resolution supporting the use of force in Iraq.
Hey, if you don't like it, go to Russia.
Okay. Meanwhile, Iraq has destroyed another 6 Al-Samud-2 missiles. Now they've destroyed a total of 34 out of a stock of about 100, as near as we can tell. Even as they continue destroying missiles in the hopes of avoiding war, hundreds of Russians left Baghdad today because they know there's going to be a war coming.
I have a feeling some bad stuff is about to go down.
I think you're right. But it turns out we could be getting some solid new clues on the whereabouts of Osama bin Laden. You know, that guy that we captured, or that the Pakistanis captured, has told his interrogators that Osama bin Laden is in good health, hiding out along the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Hey, that narrows it down. Let's go. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, or Sheikh Mohammed. He's the guy he's the guy in that Flashdance T-shirt that they put out of bed in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah. He organized the 9/11 attacks. He was captured last weekend in a neighborhood
Good-looking guy.
where a lot of Pakistani generals and military officials live. And he quotes, or an intelligence officer, someone who's interrogating this guy, Mohammed, quotes him as saying, bin Laden is a hero of Islam, worth sacrificing life, family, and money, and everything for. Mohammed, this guy they captured, described an intricate rendezvous with bin Laden, set up by phone calls and intermediaries. Sources say bin Laden changes his location nightly, travels with only a few guards, and never uses his satellite phones because he figured out that that's where we're figuring out where he is.
See the guy's apartment? It looked like Boyer's apartment.
No.
Unbelievable.
Really?
I mean, was that a guy on the run? How
Are you okay,
hard was he to capture?
I'm not, David.
Liar.
I do not stand for anything that they support.
I mean, you're thinking, this is what we're against. We're against Boyer's house.
I know. And it's reached our borders. The United States has confirmation of the identities of about a dozen suspected terrorists that are here in the U.S. Now, authorities had known about the individuals, but confirmation came from the arrest of this Mohammed guy. So authorities are keeping the al-Qaeda suspects under surveillance, but no arrests are imminent. But they could lead authorities to other al-Qaeda figures, and that's why they're watching them so closely. The FBI says the arrest of Mohammed was a major blow to al-Qaeda in the long run, but they warn it could speed up planned attacks as operatives seek to strike before the information that Mohammed provides is used against them.
Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about the things?
Okay, I will. Remember the Dan Rather Saddam Hussein interview? And there was
Some people say I look like Dan Aykroyd.
No, Dan Rather.
Rather we're talking about.
What about
You're
Rather?
A little young for that. Well, remember that interview? And there was a translator with Saddam Hussein who had a heavy Arabic accent whenever he would give the answers to us in English. Turns out the accent was fake.
Varjat.
Guy they hired
Get up!
the translations was an actor who's with the Screen Actors Guild. His name is Steve Winfield.
Oh, we got to ask Melissa Gilbert about that.
I know. And he actually in real life has no accent whatsoever. CBS, of course, stands by the accuracy of the translation and says they were just looking for, quote, a voice compatible with the piece. So,
Mr. Hard News Dan Rather.
by the way, the Pentagon has notified the TV news networks they will need to get the hell out of Baghdad soon. The Pentagon says they will not give the networks notice if and when the U.S. unleashes its fury upon that city. And this time around, I guess they know the damage is going to be worse than it was in the first Gulf War, so even CNN has gotten the hell out of it.
Oh, my God!
I know! I'm with Homer. Meanwhile, country music star Charlie Daniels has chimed in. He's written an open letter to the Hollywood Bunch, and he takes them to task for opposing U.S. efforts to just, you're going to get a 50-pound drum of whoop ass from Charlie Daniels. Thank you. He calls in his letter the anti-war crowd in Hollywood a, quote, bunch of pampered, overpaid, unrealistic children. Then he did an interview with ABC News, and Daniels singled out actor Sean Penn, who recently went to Iraq as part of his anti-war efforts.
What Sean Penn did to me is tantamount to a traitorous act.
Well, I think we're all in agreement of that.
I think so. In the letter, Charlie Daniels resorts to some name-calling. I told you about the first time. In one instance, though, he calls them pampered, overpaid, unrealistic children, then later addresses them as, get ready,
lousy Democrats.
Pitiful, hypocritical, idiotic, spoiled mugwumps.
Mugwumps?
Yes!
Oh, no.
Daniels says the impetus for the letter was actor Sean Penn's fact-finding trip to Iraq.
It's like you go over and you got literally given aid and comfort to Saddam Hussein. And I know he would say that's not what he intended to do, but intentional or unintentional, that's what he did. And, it just motivated me to write a letter saying the way that I feel about it. Now, everybody's always saying, well, they got a right to say what they want to say. Well, I got a right to say what I want to say. So that's the crux of the matter.
Jerk ass!
Why don't you just do that? Call him a jerk ass. Jerk ass!
Just challenge him to a fiddle off.
Where did he write? Did he publish the letter someplace?
Someone got a hold of it, and so now he's been on the. He was on ABC. So he's having to answer to what he said. Charlie Daniels says protesters don't realize that history could repeat itself if Saddam Hussein is not forced from power.
I remember the newsreels. I remember the skeletal bodies of Jews pushed into big trenches by Hitler's Nazis. I remember it well. And this guy is no different than Hitler.
Daniels says the anti-war movement doesn't want war, but yet they offer no other viable solution.
I hear a lot of protest against going to war with Saddam Hussein, but I don't hear any answers. Somebody said, let's contain him. Well, that don't work. We've been containing Korea for 50 years now, and look what it's cost us. We got to worry about another nuclear power in the world, a very unstable, loose cannon-type nuclear power.
More!
Not like Pakistan at all. Anyway, one of the anti-war movement's concerns is the collateral damage of a war with Iraq and what that would inflict. Daniel says he hates the idea of collateral damage, but in this case, it's a necessary evil.
The people of Iraq will be so much better off without him. It's like they'll be so much better off without, sure there's going to be some collateral damage. Sure there's going to be some civilians who are going to die. But I'll guarantee you, I'll bet you, if the numbers were counted, more of those people would be destroyed by Saddam Hussein than would be destroyed by our military. We're not going to try to do it.
Oh, baby.
That's Charlie Daniels checking in with his opinion on the war.
All right, Charlie.
Thank you. Meanwhile, the former president, Bill Clinton, and his opponent in the 1996 presidential election, Bob Dole. Bob Dole. They are taking on new roles. They will be appearing in a series of segments for 60 Minutes, debating national issues. Clinton and Dole have agreed to tape 10 segments that will begin airing this Sunday night. Bob Dole. Why he and Bill are taking on the role of commentators.
It's more of an op-ed page on 60 Minutes. It's, we write op-ed pieces for the papers.
What?
It's not that we're going to be out there every day commenting on what's happening. It's going to be once a week for 10 weeks. And so I see it that way. I don't see it as just every day out there punching something. It's weekly op-ed.
But what's an op-ed?
I'm going to be like Nomo. I'm going to pitch a no-hitter from now to November 5. The Brooklyn Dodgers had a no-hitter last night, and I'm going to follow what Nomo did. And we're going to wipe him out between now and November 5.
Oh, my God, I can't wait. This is going to
My running mate, Jack Kemp, used to play for the San Diego Raiders back in the 1960s.
Chargers.
San Diego Chargers.
It's a very fickle crowd. They go from lynching the guy to
loving him,
electing him president.
And then he's like, whatever, I don't care. So good. It's going to be hilarious with Bob Dole. Here's Clinton talking about he and why former Senator Dole took on the roles of commentator.
Bob and I are both doing this for the same reason. We hope that by having a civilized discussion that will often be, but not always, a disagreement, will help people understand there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Oh, my money is so on Dole. He's going to be much more entertaining. Clinton says this is what the country needs right now.
I thought it was a good idea in general. I had to think a while about whether I should do it or not, but I think that the country needs a debate that's not a screaming match.
It could also be...
crap.
It could also be for the money.
Someone broke the toilet.
Oh, well, you know what happens when Bill goes in there.
He's a clogger.
Well, of course he's a clogger. But Matt Drudge says it might be for the money, at least for Bill Clinton. He got $1 million out of this deal with CBS for the segment on 60 Minutes that will run starting this Sunday night. That's $100,000 per week to come up with 45 seconds of commentary.
Jerk ass!
We're in the wrong business. Meanwhile, long-range U.S. bombers are arriving in Guam amid tension over North Korea's nuclear program. So the Pentagon ordered the deployment of a dozen B-1 and another dozen B-52 bombers last week to deter conflicts that could arise in the West Pacific. U.S. military officials say this deployment of heavy bombers is designed to show the world that America doesn't have all its eggs in one basket. And the price of gas keeps going up, climbed to a record statewide. New high yesterday, $2.04 per gallon for self-serve, regular, unleaded. A year ago, the average was $1.36.
Super. Glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep coming with the happiness.
Well, sorry, a little more. In Modesto, investigators have officially acknowledged the Lacey Peterson case is now a homicide investigation, and they acknowledge hope of the pregnant woman still being alive is over. Now there's a new $50,000 reward just for information that leads to the 27-year-old's body. Husband Scott Peterson has not been named a suspect, but has yet to be ruled out. Detective Doug Ridenour is Modesto PD spokesperson.
It's been over 2 weeks now since her due date. All those things factor into, with an additional investigation, things that we're not talking about, the reason why we now believe we're investigating a homicide.
Here's Kim Peterson, no relation to the family, but she's speaking on their behalf. She talked about both rewards now being offered.
If she is returned safely, we will pay out the $500,000. If, unfortunately, she is not returned safely, we will pay $50,000 for the information that leads to her location and recovery.
Well, let's get on to the exciting trial of Robert Blake. Oh, my God. It gets more boring each passing day. But in a nutshell, here's what happened. Yesterday, Blake's attorney questioned this detective, Brian Tyndall, about whether police had investigated Bonnie Lee Bakley's alleged connections with drug dealers and biker types. The response from the detective was, no, I was dealing with a murder investigation. Detective Tyndall was also asked to recount a conversation he had with Blake's female personal assistant, Cody Blackwell. He said, quote, Blackwell was accustomed to seeing women with Blake who were pretty, and she described Bakley as old and chubby. The detective recalled his assistant saying something about how Blake swore he wouldn't marry Bakley if she was, quote, the last person on earth. Obviously, the defense trying to make Bakley to look like a shady character who could have had multiple people gunning for her. Blake's attorney also drilled Detective Tyndall about a note found in the Jeep belonging to Blake's bodyguard/handyman, Earl Caldwell, who's accused of conspiracy in the killing. That's the note that had the list of items, including 2 shovels, Drano, old rugs, and the note said, quote, get the blank gun ready. Okay. The detective acknowledged the note was found in Caldwell's Jeep 6 weeks after the killing. Well, of course, the Oscars are coming up, and the party that every movie star wants to get invited to on the night of the Oscars is the Vanity Fair party at Morton's. And this year, Vanity Fair is dropping more than $500,000 on this party. That works out to $330 for each of the 1,500 guests, all of whom are more important than any one of us. Here we are now at Nick Nolte. Actually, Nick, he reveals he was much relieved when the siren came on back in September. That's when he was stopped by the CHP for investigation of driving under the influence. Nolte says he's not proud of what was going on with him when he was stopped last fall.
You all saw the television pictures, I think, of one of my finest performances, but that's just part of my problem, which I've said from the very beginning, that I have a substance abuse problem. And at periods of time, I'm on top of it.
Get
some help, babe.
Me
lose brain?
Uh-oh. I mean, like he's abusing something right now.
He was ready to tip.
He says he was happy he was pulled over and got busted because he went into rehab immediately afterwards.
Being out on the road drunk and driving is not particularly a good thing at all. And I'm glad I didn't have an accident and all that. But I was much relieved when the siren came on.
I bet.
Because I knew it was over with substance abuse.
Right, it's against the rules.
But I used to rock and roll all night and party every day. Then it was every other day. Now I'm lucky if I can find half an hour a week in which to get funky. Rules. I'm a rocker. I don't care for rules.
Okay.
Well, while the news agencies are busy polling America for opinions related to Iraq, North Korea, or nuclear disarmament issues, Harris conducted a poll to find out something a little more important. Yeah. Who is America's favorite TV personality?
Shut up.
I'm sorry, Homer, you're nowhere on this. I'll start with number 10. Dan Rather?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. Number 9, Jay Leno.
Oh.
Number 8, Tom Brokaw.
Hell with it.
And this is going to kill you. Number 7, Dr. Phil.
Jerk ass.
Jennifer Aniston, member of the I Like Club. Still.
I like Jennifer Aniston.
Number 5, Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, my God.
Number 4, Katie Couric. Number 3, Letterman. Number 2, Ray Romano. And our number 1,
Jason Priestley.
America's favorite TV personality.
My name is Mr. Byrne.
Orpa.
Oh.
Oprah Winfrey, number 1 with a bullet.
Love her.
Aw, crap.
I love Oprah, too.
Damn it!
She just gets better and better. George is the owner of the Sportsman Bar and Restaurant in Lafayette, Colorado, and he did what only most of us wish we had done. His laptop computer crashed on him one time too many, so he shot it 4 times, hung the computer's carcass on the wall next to all these other hunting trophies. Only problem is he did this in front of his customers, which got him arrested for reckless endangerment. You're not supposed to shoot guns inside.
Lousy Democrat.
Sorry. Your dream has become a reality. Hooters Air takes off today.
Boobies.
It will only fly to Atlanta, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Newark, New Jersey.
Guess how many boobs I saw today?
I don't know. How many boobs did you see today?
I don't know why they're even trying, because they're not going to serve the hot wings on the flights. That makes no sense. But
are they going to have the hot pants on the
flight? They definitely will. Hooters girl outfits will be the norm for all the flights. I know.
Chicken.
This story from 24-year-old.
Will they be serving beer on the plane?
I would think they have to be competitive. Come on.
Maybe it's the beer talking, but you got a butt that won't quit. Alcohol is a way of life. Alcohol is my way of life, and I aim to keep it. I'm going to drink a lot of beer and stay out all night.
Way to go, Homer. Okay, here's the story of 24-year-old Travis Burnham, a soldier stationed at Fort Drum, New York. But he says he's a pacifist, and now that we're about to go to war, he would like to get out, please.
Out of where?
The military.
Oh.
He joined up during Peace and Prosperity in 1999, and he claims, quote, not once did any of the recruiters I spoke with mention war, enemy, shooting, or death.
Sure, of course not. It's
Here's
military.
the problem. Travis signed on for the money, so you got to worry about how smart he is. In 99, he was a college dropout.
Every single military personnel in San Diego just had an Asner.
I know. He was a college dropout. He'd run out of money traveling in Europe, and his dad told him that he'd send over $300 if he'd enlist with the Coast Guard. But the Coast Guard had a giant waiting list, so Travis needed the money right then, and he whored himself for a 5-year stint in the Army. Right now, the only thing Travis is shooting are pictures. The Army has him working as a photojournalist. Meanwhile, his brother Taylor is also in the Army, and he's already shipped off to Kuwait. Taylor's cool with it, though. He went to fight, and Travis says his brother has accepted his peaceful, loving nature. The boy's mother says she knows how it must have felt for Civil War moms who had boys fighting on both sides, and she supports both.
Chainsaw and I can tell you what it was like fighting in the Civil War.
On
no
both
party,
sides?
sister.
Really?
No,
Oh,
it's
I
right.
not. Oh, gee.
Chainsaw was on the east and I was on the west. There was no party shooting
Really?
at my brother.
And then you crossed that Mississippi-Dixon line, and it was all over.
In a submarine.
Oh, no. I didn't know you had to do time in
The
the water.
Mississippi-Dixon line.
I don't know.
Okay.
Mason.
Yes, but if you're the
Mason.
east fighting the west, the dividing line would be the Mississippi.
Boobies.
Stop it.
Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about things?
Thanks. I'll end with this happy story. 35-year-old Jeffrey Fuller of Estelle, Georgia, is a health insurance examiner. So he takes blood samples, he'll check your blood pressure, and he'll ask you basic health questions. But Jeff decided to go above and beyond the call of duty. And was giving out surprise prostate exams. Solely for his own pleasure. He tickled the prostates of at least 9 lucky men, but prosecutors fear there could be hundreds of other victims.
Someone broke the toilet.
You were so lucky you sit with your back to the door.
Why? What happened? Someone came in? Oh, no!
Waka waka! Walking right in.
Well, we need to arm ourselves. We really do.
Let's just make that door explode unless the wrong fingerprints touch it. How would that be?
I like that.
Put a bucket of water on the top. Seriously, he just walked right in?
Right in the middle of the news and just waka waka! 23 skidoo!
Oh, God.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
And you don't know what to do.
No, it stuns you.
And you don't have the guts to say, get out!
Yeah.
So you just sit there going, hey, waka waka, yeah, whatever.
Move along.
Do I look like I'm really creeped out? Because I'm not really.
At least I don't have, suddenly I yell. Philly Billy, suddenly I feel his presence behind me.
You've seen this happen. I've been on
he
the
used
air.
to walk in the studio studio walk-inners, bad.
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 Why?
First lesson of radio.
You know-
Light on, don't go in.
See, there's a big light outside the door of all of our studios. And when the microphones turn on, it turns on this big light.
And it might as well say, F you, don't come in.
Apparently, they don't get the message if you don't come in. It says on air.
On air.
Yeah.
And some people...
It's bright.
Some people are walker-inners. We used to have an executive here who was a studio walker-inner, and it was very unsettling.
Off-putting.
Very unsettling.
All of a sudden, I
We're
feel his
making-
presence behind me.
I hear the breathing.
Very
Let me tell you something. No, I'll leave. You want me to leave now? Okay.
Because every kid in the neighborhood's sniffing around here.
Seriously. Steve, let me tell you something about Chainsaw. He's a great guy.
You're a lone puppet anymore, son. We don't work together anymore.
Steve.
You're all by yourself. You're a
Steve.
solo act.
You have separate shows,
Just like when
right?
that cat who sells lawn seeds did that Harry Truman act. You're all by yourself now. I don't even recognize your voice anymore. Turned your back on me, walked away.
Steve, I didn't want to move to Los Angeles, Steve.
Sure, whatever.
And now I'm with a new Steve, so I still say Steve. Steve.
It's the only reason you took that job. Don't know how to say any other name. Broke my heart. Left me here holding the bag.
That same guy doing Truman with a weed whacker. He's the guy who hung himself in Shawshank Redemption, Steve. Remember that movie, Shawshank Redemption?
You're all alone. By
Steve.
yourself.
Steve. Where's Chainsaw? And looks like a studio. Sounds like a studio, but I walked into it and no one's here. I guess. I'm all alone. Philly went down. Hey, Steve.
That's what happens when Philly Billy goes insane. That's what it sounds like.
I feel like I went there with him. That's scary.
I think they're like moths.
Really?
That's very shiny. I must go examine that. Are you a studio walker-inner, Ruth? You strike me as a studio walker-inner.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Oh, something was shiny.
And we don't see Mike McGregor that much anymore.
Is that the end of the news?
Oh, yeah.
It's all over.
Aw, crap.
I know.
Give it!
More tomorrow.
Chainsaw Sports is next. I'm the KGB San Diego. Let's get a traffic update. Here is Route 66.
We're almost done. Southbound 5 slows now, or South 15 slows right around Mira Mesa Boulevard. Southbound 5 only bunched up at Birmingham. Don't miss Sharp Healthcare's Women's Symposium at the Convention Center March 8th. Enjoy health screenings, breakout sessions, a gourmet lunch, and giveaways. For details, call 800-82-SHARP. I'm Route 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
Go to 101kgb.com, click on the blue chip where members can get bonus points by clicking on aeromexico.com and register to win a trip for 2 to Mazatlan.
Thank you for calling SBC Customer Service. May I help you?
Yeah, hi. I was wondering, if I order local service, can I add high-speed internet access, wireless service, or long distance?
Sure, you can add any service you like, in any combination you'd like, all together on one bill.
Really? Well then, how about high-speed internet access, long distance, local, and wireless services with a side of hash browns, 2 eggs, a cup of coffee, decaf, followed by a back rub, someone to talk to when I get lonely, a ride to work every day, a dog that doesn't shed hair, an elegant yet affordable dining experience, a more efficient government, and jelly beans on command.
What was the fifth thing you said?
2 eggs?
Scrambled over easy or poached?
Everyone has different needs, which is why with SBC you can get just the services you want, all together on one bill. To find the right combination of services and how you can save money, call 1-877-460-8015. SBC Pacific Bell is now simply SBC. For residential subscribers only. Long distance provided by SBC Long Distance.
Okay, kids, I want you to come to a nice mutual agreement. Disneyland
or Disney's California Adventure?
He always gets his way.
I said nicely.
I vote for Disneyland. I just love those Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, or Disney's California Adventure. I hear the new Disney's Aladdin show is outstanding.
Although that sounds delightful, Mickey's Toontown is a must-see.
But a Bug's Land seems so enchanting.
Can't decide? Right now, Southern California residents can visit the 2 theme parks for any 2 days for the price of 1. So you can use 1 day now and 1 day later.
Okay, nice try. We'll do both. Where should we go first?
Space Mountain.
Soaring over California.
It's a small world.
Hurry, the 2 parks for the price of 1 offer won't last long. There's a whole new world of magic at the Disneyland Resort. 1 day admission to Disneyland and 1 day admission to Disney's California Adventure. Valid through 5/14/03 for residents within the zip codes 90000 through 93599. Limit 5 tickets per person per day with valid ID and must begin using tickets on day of purchase. Restrictions apply. May not be combined with other discounts or promotions. All terms, conditions, attractions, and entertainment are subject to change without notice.
Welcome to Nice Finish, brought to you by Michelob.
After work, park at grocery store. Wrestle with metal carts. Proceed into store despite wobbly wheel. 6:15 p.m. Spot cute guy buying 1 cob of corn. Conclude guy is single. 6:18. Discreetly follow guy to aisle 6. Guy picks out jumbo bottle of dandruff shampoo. Soon thereafter, interest declines. Return to finding groceries, not boyfriend. 6:22. Proceed to cold beverage section where cute guy is buying 6-pack of Michelob. Reevaluate relationship. Mentally get back together again. Now that's a nice finish. What that deserves is a beer with a nice finish too. Whatever ends up in your cart, remember to prominently display your cold, smooth Michelob.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. The new Saturn Ion is a great car with a great name. And no one knows this better than a guy who loves word jumbles.
Hey man, it's a pretty cool car. Thanks. It's a Saturn Ion. Ion. That's begging for a jumble. Excuse me? Jumble. See what else the word spells? Here, I'll start. Ion, Eno, Noi, Oin.
I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Doing the jumble, dude, and you're getting spanked right now, to be honest.
I'm not playing the jumble.
Yeah, I'd say not. Because you're getting worked. Noi, in, on.
I'm never going to carpool again.
Nah.
Saturn introduces the Ion sedan, specifically designed and engineered for whatever's next. Lease a 2003 Saturn Ion 1 for $179 a month for 48 months with $995 due at lease signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license are extra. Call 1-800-522-5000 for details.
Test drive any new Saturn Vue, L-Series, or Saturn Ion before March 11th and enter a contest to win a 2003 Saturn Ion 1 right now and only at your 6 San Diego area Saturn retailers.
To demonstrate how easy it is to use esurance.com, the online auto insurance company, I'm going to log on and get a quote while splinting a broken leg. Now, I don't actually have a broken leg yet, but give me a second and... Okay, my leg is now broken, and let's begin. I'm logging on to Esurance, ESURANCE.com. Here's the coverage I need, here's my instant quote, I'm buying my policy, and I'm done. Even with my vision blurred from the pain in my leg, it's still super easy to get comparison quotes on Esurance.com. They show you other companies' prices, so you know you're getting a great deal. And 24-hour phone support is there if you have any questions at all. Like how to set a broken leg with your shirt and 2 sticks, as I am now. Wow, that hurts. But not as much as paying too much for car insurance. Log on to esurance.com today, because the easy way to get insurance is to take off the IN and add an E. Esurance.com.
What's the big plan for today, Shel?
Well, I was
really, because we're going golfing for free at Menifee Lakes in Temecula. Thanks to Jamie Brady and the Roundy family, the Fun Bike Center, for having us up. If you ever want to go golfing for free, and you don't pay nothing, except, of course, for the gigantic bets that you will lose to me and my boy. Go to 101kgb.com, click on the Dave's Free Thursday Golf picture, fill out the form, shoot it in. We'll see you on the tee. Now, with a final sports update for the morning, here's the Chainsaw on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Dave Rickard, Shelley Dunn, Chris Boyer, Ruth 66. Hello again, everybody in the sports world. One day after San Diego Mayor Dick Murphy worked up a wet noodle of outrage and called the Chargers stupid, the Chargers went out and bagged the biggest free agent in the NFL this year, and perhaps in franchise history. 6 foot 2 inch, 245-pound wide receiver David Boston of the Arizona Cardinals, formerly of the Arizona Cardinals. Junior Seau Strong, Tim Dwight Fast, led the league in receiving 2 years ago. The Chargers have their triplets now, a la Aikman, Smith, and Irvin of Dallas, those 3-time Super Bowl champs. Quarterback, running back, receiver, triple threat. Drew Brees, 24 years old. LaDainian Tomlinson, going to be 24 this summer. David Boston, 24 years old. 7 years, $47 million potential dollars, $4 million signing bonus, 3.9 base salary next year, guaranteed. Big dollars, big player. Type of wide receiver the Chargers have not had since Wes Chandler, John Jefferson, or dare I say, Lance Alworth. More good news. That DUI and cocaine charge in Phoenix, Boston pleaded no contest to. The NFL says the matter is over and there will be no suspension. All right. Rodney Harrison must be thinking, maybe I should have snorted a line of coke instead of doing my job against Jerry Rice. NFL might have looked the other way. Guess who Rodney Harrison's looking at and talking with right now?
Don't say the Raiders. Don't say the Raiders. Don't say the Raiders.
Can't say. I can't promise you. The Raiders.
Oh, jeez.
You're talking to Rodney. Jeez. Of course, they got John, Perella a couple of years ago.
That didn't hurt as much.
It hurt at the time, but yeah, Rodney is the man, the marquee guy, and the Raiders
they wouldn't make a deal with John. You can't blame him for going.
Right. And likewise, Harrison. And the Raiders have a history of taking older players who everyone else thought were over the hill. Jerry Rice, Rod Woodson, now Rodney Harrison. Harrison's 30. Rice is 40.
30?
Yeah.
He's only 30?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought he had like 9 years in the NFL. I didn't know he was only 30.
21 plus 9. Yeah. He was a young kid coming in. So, Mayor Murphy, what do you think of the Chargers landing David Boston?
I think it's stupid.
All right. Welcome aboard. We'll save a convertible for the Super Bowl parade. We'll put you right up front. In baseball, the Padres lost to the White Sox yesterday, 11-6. Padre pitcher Oliver Perez gave up 3 homers, and Padre hitters went 8 for 35 for a .228 team average in yesterday's game. So the Padres are in midseason form, as is announcer Jerry Coleman.
There's a drive left field. Well hit, way back, at the wall, to the wall. That ball is off the wall. A booming double down the left field line, left center, off the bat of Roberto Kelly.
All right. Paging Dr. K-Wish, paging Dr. Craig Elston said the ball bounced like 8 times before it got to the wall onto the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that is way back when you think about it.
Well,
it is to the wall.
Does anyone say that, a grounder can't be booming?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Padres visit the Rockies in Tucson today. And David Wells got hammered again, this time on the mound in the Yankees' 12-2 loss to the Atlanta Braves down in Florida. Exhibition, spring training yesterday. Wells allowed 9 hits in 3 innings, failed to cover first base on an infield play. He was charged with an error when he aimed at second base and threw to center field. Informed it was a completely sober performance, Yankee manager Joe Torre ordered a keg installed in Wells' locker immediately.
Okay.
In other sports, David.
Has he gone on any of the big shows like The Last Word or anything like that to address all these claims that he's making in his autobiography? By the way, he was taken completely out of context by himself.
Yes. I have not seen anything or heard anything.
Laying kind of low, huh?
Yeah. Hard for him to lay low, but I'm sure he's being swarmed by 227 accredited media, 113 of them from Japan covering their Japanese guy. Yep. Don't know about David Wells as far as his forthcoming comments, but he did get, I believe, a mid-6-figure bonus for this book. Who's going to plop down $24.95 to read this thing?
Well, who even wants to read it now that we're hearing he's backing off on the saucy stuff?
Right.
That was originally leaked. He gave out some numbers like close to 50% of baseball players are on the sauce.
Right.
And now the book hasn't been printed yet, and since everyone got upset about that, so he's backing off on the number.
Yep.
It's fiction.
Now back to 25%.
Who wants to read that? It's crap.
I can't imagine who would want to read it.
Why would you want to?
Nobody's going to read it.
Hang on, here is listener John on the KGB. What's up, John?
Dave. Son of a bitch. Hey, you guys got that Philly Billy Warndell and the Twilight Zone thing on your next CD, man. That was just a
Philly Billy went insane.
Into the Twilight Zone, man. That was terrific.
Thank you, John.
Love your nationally syndicated show, Dave.
Well, that's true.
9:36, 35 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network, Steve. Oh, wow.
You are listening to the nationally syndicated Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Syndicated all across the great nation of America. A show that's just too good for one radio station. Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
There's our take over the world music. As we get one last traffic update with Route 66.
We have slowing leftovers south on 5 around Manchester. Southbound 15 still slowing down right around Mira Mesa Boulevard. The rest of the freeways look good now. Now at the Home Depot and Expo Design Center, get free delivery by mail-in rebate with select appliance purchase totaling $3.99 or more. See store for details. The Home Depot. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw. 101.5 KGB.
You know, what they put together at the Sleep Train is not beyond imagination. It really isn't when you think about it. It's the best bedding gear in the business, okay? I can understand that. Shop today, sleep on it tonight. Okay, that sounds like hard work for them, but if that's what they want to do, good. You buy your bed before 2 o'clock, you get free same-day delivery. Okay, I can grasp that. They're going to set it up for you for free as well. Okay, it's a company that really cares about their customers. I can get that. They're even going to haul away your old bed for you for free. Okay? They even go so far as to do free financing for a year. No down payment, no monthly payments, no interest. Okay, I can understand that. Must be really expensive. I understand that. No. That's the part that most people have a hard time understanding. It all comes with the lowest price guarantee. All that good stuff, and they beat anyone's price by at least 5%. Now you know why the West has made Sleep Train their ticket to a better night's sleep. (888-570-1015) is a direct connect here at the KGB San Diego. Email dsc@101kgb.com. It's a computer right in the studio. We read our emails every day. And the people have spoken. They want to hear San Diego's new favorite song.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Caught One-Handed. It's not The Big Brown Eyes. It's about your tight pants.
You're a beautiful girl. And your pants are on so tight that when you stand just right, I can see it all. When you're on the beach and your bikini soaking wet, I see a fuzzy silhouette as I look down below.
Get ready for it.
I see your camel toe. Your cleavage, I see your cooter cleavage. You're looking, you're muffin, you ain't hiding nothing. Your Gucci, your flapper, you're showing off your snapper. You look so right, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. Madame, voila, les bearded clown. Here we go. For a sideways sloppy Joe. Or a tuna casserole. Baby, don't you know? I never thought I'd see so much of your anatomy. Your jeans are so tight, I'm learning gynecology. I see your camel toe, your labia, your vulva. It's furry, it's fluffy, looking kind of puffy. It looks so right, so baby let it see your cooter cleavage. You're a monkey, you're a muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. You're Gucci, you're flapper. You're showing off your snapper. You get more so. It looks alright, so baby, let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see you get more so.
It's time for Open Mic San Diego. No topics, no rules, just whatever you want to talk about.
570-1015.
570-1015. You're on the air next with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
101 KGB.
Thank you for calling SBC Customer Service. May I help you?
Yeah, hi. I was wondering, if I order local service, can I add high-speed internet access, wireless service, or long distance?
Sure, you can add any service you like, in any combination you'd like, all together on one bill.
Really? Well then, how about high-speed internet access, long distance, local, and wireless services, with a side of hash browns, 2 eggs, a cup of coffee, decaf, followed by a back rub, someone to talk to when I get lonely, a ride to work every day, a dog that doesn't shed hair, an elegant yet affordable dining experience, a more efficient government, and jelly beans on command.
What was the fifth thing you said?
2 eggs?
Scrambled over easy or poached?
Everyone has different needs, which is why with SBC you can get just the services you want, all together on one bill. To find the right combination of services and how you can save money, call 1-877-460-8015. SBC Pacific Bell is now simply SBC. For residential subscribers only. Long distance provided by SBC Long Distance.
Liars Club, we always tell the truth.
Yes, sir, this is Mitsubishi Motors calling. To whom am I speaking?
Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Okay. Eleanor, did you know that right now you can buy any new Mitsubishi and make absolutely no down payment?
Right. No down payment on one of those sweet Mitsubishis. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not lying, sir.
Uh-huh. What about my payments and my interest?
You don't pay a penny until 2004.
Wow, you are a natural.
Oh, boy. And if you buy before March 31st, we'll pay you $50 a month for the rest of the year, which comes to exactly $500.
Amazing. Have you considered joining the Liars Club?
I'm telling the truth, sir.
It's like you're not even trying.
I'm not.
Mitsubishi's Bigger Better Zero event. A bigger, better way to buy a car. Pay nothing until 2004. Buy before March 31st and we'll pay you $50 a month for the rest of the year. No lie. Important program and credit restrictions apply. Manufacturer cash rebate for vehicles financed with 000 program. See participating retailer for details. Visit MitsubishiCars.com or call 1-888-MITSU-2003 for details.
He's good, too.
Stop it!
We've searched San Diego for weeks and have found the toughest, meanest, most skilled amateur boxers in town. Now is your chance to see real live boxing Tuesday nights at 4th and B downtown. Come see at least 12 matches, 3 rounds each. Men and women battling it out to win the brand spanking new Saturn Ion from San Diego area Saturn retailers. Get up and drive. At 4th and B, you'll be up close and personal with the fighters. Witness women pounding each other, men duking it out as fast as they can in each 90-second round. You have never seen anything like it before. Get your tickets at the 4th and B box office or any boxing club location. $20 before, $25 at the door. Call 800-922-BOXX for more information.
See the semifinals Tuesday, March 11th at 7 p.m. Sponsored by 180 Sport Enhanced Water. It's cooler in a can. Tickets $25 at the door. Get a free pair by test driving any vehicle at any San Diego area Saturn retailer.
Comedian George Lopez, using a typical cell phone.
That's a wrap. George, you need a ride home?
No, thanks. I'm okay. I'm calling my son for a ride.
Yo, this is Steven. Leave a message and I'll catch you later.
Hey, Steven, I'm done with work. I'll be in the studio parking lot. Hey, fella, what's your name? Whoa. Hey, down, boy. Off my leg.
Oh, this is great. Well, that sounds like a good time. Now let's hear what would have happened if George had been using a Nextel with the walkie-talkie feature.
Steven, I'm done with work.
Okay, cool. I'm on my way, Dad.
Yes, life's good when you're George Lopez, but life's better when you're George Lopez and you have the cell phone with a walkie-talkie. Nextel. For more information, call 1-800-NEXTEL9 or shop at Nextel.com. Make your cell minutes last longer. Sign up for a Nextel free incoming calling plan today. Offer ends March 31st, 2003. Shop at Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL9. 1-year agreement, account setup fee, taxes, charges, and other restrictions may apply. Phones by Motorola.
When you've got plumbing problems and you say why me anytime, call A-N-Y-T-Y-M-E anytime, A-N-Y-T-Y-Y-Y-Y me 1-800 anytime.
You're
in the shower, the water's rising above your ankles, and you're thinking, why me? Hi, I'm Mike Montano, president of Anytime Plumbing and Heating. Why suffer from an expensive clog when you can prevent it? You could be paying hundreds of dollars. Right now, Anytime will come out and clear your slow-running drain for just $39. That's right, $39. And if you call today, we'll also include a $40 bottle of Bioline Drain Enhancer absolutely free. Restrictions apply, but prevent those costly plumbing problems before they happen. Call 1-800-ANYTYME.
When you've got plumbing problems and you say, why me? Anytime. A-N-Y-T-Y-M-E. Anytime. A-N-Y-T-Y, why me?
Prevent those expensive clogs today. Call
1-800-ANYTIME.
Mike, you're on KGB. What's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Hey.
Son of a bitch.
You are gay, aren't you? I saw you bent over.
You ever driven down State Route 52 into Santee, and you know that big old bridge that's right there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I almost drove off of that because I was laughing so damn hard at that song.
Camel Toe. It's our new favorite song.
Oh, that was fantastic, man.
Glad you like it.
Play it every Friday, please.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, see you, bud.
See you later.
This song was in my head all weekend long.
Lucky you.
And I couldn't remember all the words when they go into the, da-da-da-da-da.
Your cooter, your flapper, you're showing off your snapper.
Yes, I couldn't remember any of that. And then it would get tangled up with the real lyrics to the real song.
I'll write it down for you.
I would love that.
Email it to you. Mike, what's going on? You're on the KGB.
Yeah, I got a question for Chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Chainsaw, what happened to Philly Billy? He's not on the Loose Cannons anymore, and Hartman wouldn't touch any of the questions yesterday.
What do you mean? Was he asked?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 of the callers that called in mysteriously got cut off as soon as they mentioned
Is
old
that right?
Billy.
Well, he's at another non-clear channel station now.
They'll never take over the world.
Yeah, they
Never
split
know.
up. Philly Billy didn't want to move, so he's with that startup sports station here in town now.
Oh, so we still hear him here in town?
Yep. And
Yes.
Steve is, I believe, he's got A. Martinez this week on 690.
Who's A. Martinez?
He was one of the guys who came over from the L.A. Twin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a big Dodger honk.
They're out at spring training this week.
Yeah.
I was
It's
listening
not
to those
the-
guys yesterday.
It's not the same if you can't bag on Philly.
Well, you come on. I mean, he's in town, so I don't know. Upstairs, they might say, don't do it anymore because you're not clear channel. But Steve, come on.
He's with another Steve. That's the coincidence of it all.
Love your show, Chainsaw.
Thank you, Mike. That's the skinny.
Out.
Late. Word.
Word, dog. Peace out, Kraken.
I think he declared that he loves your toe.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard, too.
Wow.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Just here to help you, dear.
Awesome, and I need your help.
All right.
I'm preparing to be a good girlfriend and celebrate Steak and Knobber Day for my boyfriend. And I heard
What a woman.
Thank you. And I heard you talking about a great place to get a steak down in the valley, but I forgot the name of it.
It's Iowa.
Iowa Meats, I think.
Iowa Meats, yeah.
Iowa Meats.
Yeah. And I want to say what road it's on, but I don't know.
Fairmont/Mission Gorge. It kind of changes, does that transition right off the 8.
Okay.
And it should be just north of the 8.
It's a big shop.
Great. Thank you so
And
much,
it's on
guys.
the east side.
Thanks, Crystal.
Thank you.
See you later. What a woman. Making her preparation weeks out for Steak and
sweet.
Knobber Day. How about you, Shelley? What plans have you made?
Oh,
none.
Because I'll have a steak. That's all I got.
Boyer, gonna
Yes.
stop at In and Out on the way home?
Double animal style, rub one out.
You don't have any booty call sex for Steak and Knobber Day?
Don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not? You could arrange one.
What about that one?
I don't know that one. I don't know.
What about the
They're-
Is that one dried up?
Kind of dried up.
You bagging on the hoof yet?
No.
You sure?
No.
you
Yeah.
been
Although
out?
you called the other day and she had her mouth full of meat. She cooked an Irish stew.
Well, she wrote back to me.
Wouldn't be full if it were.
She wrote back to me, sorry I missed your phone call, but Boyer and I were busy, if you know what I mean. Did you make out with her?
No.
Did you kiss her once?
No.
Have you ever kissed her once?
I have not.
Hugged?
I have not. No.
Why
yes,
is she?
Yes.
Why is she
No
going
leg
around town blabbing to everybody
Yeah, no
that she's
kidding.
nailing you?
Don't know.
Who doesn't though? What chick
flattered.
doesn't go around bragging about
Great.
bagging him?
What about meeting for drinks?
What about it? We did that.
Nothing.
I mean, come on.
Dish, give us a little dirt. Come on. What are your feelings?
There's
what are
nothing
your
to say.
intentions?
What about the classic Chris Boyer leg wrap? Have you done that yet?
Have not done
Yuck.
the leg wrap.
What about the reach
or
around?
No, that's her job.
Oh,
Stupid. Ken, you're on a KGB. What's going on?
I just got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
You sound familiar. Did you guys start out in Davenport, Iowa?
No, that is of course the
One day we'll be there, though.
the hopes of the show to get to Davenport, Iowa.
Quad Cities, baby. There was
Never
a guy
been
named Slats there, right? You remember him?
No. There used to be a Shelley and Chainsaw on a station in Davenport, Iowa.
Imagine that. Wonder where that came from.
Rip-offs.
Hard to believe.
Steelers.
Well, you know.
We hope to get to Davenport someday.
Yep.
I wouldn't.
Maybe even Moline.
What are the 4 quad cities? Anybody?
I got him.
Go.
Rock Island, Bettendorf,
Bettendorf is the one that always eludes me.
Moline, and Davenport.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fascinating.
Well.
Thank you, Ken.
Welcome to town. Sorry you missed Shelley and Chainsaw.
We're not as good.
No.
Apparently not.
You know, he's
some knockoff assholes in San Diego named themselves after you.
and you know he calls back to them and just put me on hold. I want to listen to you guys.
How you doing, Lewis?
Good. I just wanted to plug a comedy show. I called actually in December and plugged a show at Dad's, but it has moved because I found a place that has a better name. The Hot Monkey Love Cafe on El Cajon Boulevard.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so how can you go wrong with a name like that?
I guess not. All right. When's the show?
It's on Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m.
Okay. And that's near State Campus, right?
Yeah, it's right by SDSU, about a block and a half west from College on El Cajon Boulevard there.
Beautiful.
And it's,
Last time Lewis graced us with a sample of his act.
It was pretty funny. Let's hear some more.
yeah, I did. All right, I'll give you a little more.
Come on.
I had a birthday. This really happened. I had a birthday a few weeks back, and my wife gave me one of these glamour pictures. I don't know if you guys have seen these.
Sure, glamour shots, yeah.
Right. So I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, wow, thanks, honey. Thanks for showing me what I generally don't get to have sex with. But yeah, I don't know. This looks much better live, I guess. I guess I'm just not a radio guy. I don't have to use
No, you need the alcohol involved in a live show.
Yeah, trust me, when we do live shows, we won't go anywhere unless there's a lot of booze being sold.
More!
Actually, this Hot Monkey Love is a coffee shop. It's a cafe, so it's all ages.
Good luck with that one. Thank you, Lewis.
All right, thanks a lot.
See you later.
I'd be handing out those little airplane bottles at the door.
Hey, Tracy, you're on KGB. What's going on?
Hey, I was just calling to find out when your steak and knobber day is.
It's a national holiday, and it is on, it's 2 weeks from today, Thursday the 20th.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Going to participate?
Yes, I am.
Atta girl. You're a wonderful woman.
Okay.
See it.
Bye.
Here's Paul on the KGB. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, man.
Huge props to you, man. This is the best holiday that's ever been.
Damn straight.
Word. Yeah.
Right on. Hey,
Huge props to my peeps. Peace out, dog. Word cracking.
Down with that. Okay, what would you like to give a shout out to there, Paul?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my wife. She made reservations 2 weeks ago for Donovan's, which I've never been there, but I know it's one of your favorite places.
Wow. You're going to have a great time there.
Yeah, we were just wondering how many people are going to be in there just for that special occasion, you know.
Just finish up the other half at home.
What?
Forget it.
You've lost the will to
You
utter.
have.
What's the matter?
It's an off day for me.
Your timing's a little
it's
off.
A time, it's,
Yeah.
Add
But,
your-
but you look good.
Add your own to the
It's
wood.
great for the radio.
The wooden paneling at Donovan's.
I actually know a guy named Donovan. You know, there used to be a singer named Donovan.
I've interviewed
Season
Donovan.
of the Witch was his other follow-up.
And the quarterback for the Eagles is Donovan McNabb, Steve.
You're going to like it, Paul.
Hey, Dave, what do you recommend? What's the best steak there?
Very often they have a special, which is little teeny tiny fillets. I think you get 2 of them. And they put them on the broiler with what do you call it? Gorgonzola cheese. And they melt that on top of the steaks. And if you're into that, that's pretty hard to beat. But you can't get anything bad there.
Sounds like something Shelley would make.
It's very
It is-
shishi fancy.
it's very good, though.
And it's good, and you're going to love it there.
Sounds good.
We took the
All
whole
right.
show out there one time and had a big party out
Yes,
there, and we
we did.
ate and ate and ate.
It was great.
It's good stuff, man. You're going to love it.
Looking forward to it.
Nice big martini, great big steak that could sink a battleship, and then home with your beautiful wife.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
What could be better?
She's a great woman.
She is.
All right, thanks, Paul.
All right. See you, Dave.
We got to take a time out real quick. We want to send our thoughts out to our dear old friend Jim McInnes, whose ex-wife, who was a trailblazer in FM radio.
That's right.
And used to work here at the KGB. And a lot of you old timers remember Linda McInnes. Linda McInnes has passed away. And Jim, even though that they were divorced, considered her one of his best friends. So we're sure he's very sad today. So our thoughts and prayers with the great JM in the AM and the PM of the FM.
Okay, so what's it all about, this Blue Oval thing? Well, the Blue Oval certification is the highest ranking that the Ford Motor Company gives a dealer. El Cajon Ford was one of the first dealers in the nation to be Blue Oval certified when the program began, and that means more satisfaction for you. Plus, the lowest Ford credit rates and biggest cash back. Hey, it's never been easier to get what you really want to drive from San Diego's discount destination, El Cajon Ford.
And remember, when you hear all those claims from other dealers, nobody has lower Ford credit rates or bigger cash back than El Cajon Ford. We're talking about hundreds of your favorites.
Here's important news from El Cajon Ford. New or used, buy or lease. Get into the car, truck, or SUV you really want to drive. And check out special extra El Cajon Ford discounts on selected models.
You know what to do. Come to your Blue Oval certified dealer, El Cajon Ford.
Hi, I'm Tony Gwynn. Come to my favorite Ford dealer, El Cajon Ford, at Broadway in Maine. Online, it's elcajonford.com.
Attention all smokers. If you're serious about kicking the habit, if you want to quickly and safely eliminate your craving for cigarettes, here is some great news from the makers of Smoke Away. For less than the cost of gum, patches, or prescriptions that often don't work, we'll rush you the all-natural Smoke Away system that's sweeping the country, and we guarantee you will be smoke-free in just 7 days, or it won't cost you a dime. Smoke Away's amazing all-natural herbal formula works to completely eliminate your desire for nicotine in 1 week, just like it has for thousands nationwide.
After I got the Smoke Away program, I have never even wanted another cigarette. I smoked for 24 years and I quit smoking in 3 days after using Smoke Away.
Don't be a slave to cigarettes anymore. Quit smoking for good. The safe, all-natural way with Smoke Away.
Call now to receive their special 50% radio discount. 1-800-853-2832. That's 1-800-853-2832. Money back if you aren't cigarette-free in just 7 days. Call toll-free 1-800-853-2832. That's 1-800-853-2832.
1015 KGV is your concert connection. Their influence is everywhere. The band that started a musical revolution. Pearl Jam. June 5th, San Diego Sports Arena. Pearl Jam. A new album. A new tour. Pearl Jam. June 5th, San Diego Sports Arena. The most anticipated tour of the year. Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam with very special guest Idlewild. Reserved seats on sale Saturday, March 8th at 10 a.m. at all Ticketmaster outlets, the venue box office, Ticketmaster.com, or charge by phone. Look for Pearl Jam's new album, Riot Act, in stores now. Produced by Clear Channel Entertainment.
Hi, it's the ever-shrinking Chris Boyer here, and it's out with the old pants and in with the new. Thanks to the fine facilities and staff at 24-Hour Fitness, I'm putting my old pants out to pasture. I've been working with Bill Burns. He's my 24-Hour Fitness certified personal trainer. We meet 3 or 4 times a week. I feel better than I have in years. I can stay up later and work harder at having fun. The results are great when you work the 24-Hour Fitness 24/5 complete personal training program. When you enroll with a certified personal trainer at 24-Hour Fitness, they'll be there for you to develop a program based on your individual needs. You'll receive the expert guidance to get you to your goal. 24-Hour Fitness has state-of-the-art equipment, and if you're into the group thing, 24-Hour Fitness holds dozens of group exercise classes in a friendly, non-intimidating atmosphere. Don't put off getting into shape. Drop in on the 24-Hour Fitness in your neighborhood or call 800-204-2400.
Facilities and amenities may vary per individual. Not all clubs open 24 hours every day. Personal training and 24/5 program available at an additional cost.
Okay, kids, I want you to come to a nice mutual agreement. Disneyland,
or Disney's California Adventure?
He always gets his way.
I said nicely.
I vote for Disneyland. I just love those Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, or Disney's California Adventure. I hear the new Disney's Aladdin show is outstanding.
Although that sounds delightful, Mickey's Toontown is a must-see.
But a Bug's Land seems so enchanting.
Can't decide? Right now, Southern California residents can visit the 2 theme parks for any 2 days for the price of 1. So you can use 1 day now and 1 day later.
Okay, nice try. We'll do both. But where should we go first?
Space Mountain. Soaring over California.
It's a small world.
Hurry, the 2 parks for the price of 1 offer won't last long. There's a whole new world of magic at the Disneyland Resort. 1 day admission to Disneyland and 1 day admission to Disney's California Adventure. Valid through 5/14/03 for residents within the zip codes 90000 through 93599. Limit 5 tickets per person per day with valid ID and must begin using tickets on day of purchase. Restrictions apply. May not be combined with other discounts or promotions. All terms, conditions, attractions, and entertainment are subject to change without notice.
It's huge, and it's going to be wild. The San Diego Chevy Dealers Giant 10 event starts this Friday, and you don't want to miss it. At Qualcomm Stadium and all 12 San Diego Chevy dealers March 7th through 9th. Check out dependable Chevy cars and trucks. Current GM and non-GM owners and lessees get $1,000 GM loyalty cash for a total of $3,000 cash back on every 2003 Chevy except Corvette. That's a total of $3,000 cash back for current GM and non-GM owners and lessees. Loyalty cash not available with some other offers. See dealer for residency and other restrictions. Take delivery by 3/31/03. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, come down to Qualcomm Stadium and check out the full line of Chevy vehicles. Cars like Malibu, Impala, and Cavalier. Rugged trucks like Silverado and Estes. Plus Tahoe, Suburban, and Trailblazer, and Avalanche. The truck that changes from an SUV to a full-size pickup. The San Diego Giant 10 event at Qualcomm Stadium starts Friday and is open nightly till 9. It's 1 weekend only, and it's going to be huge.
Morning, Rex. You're on a KGB. What's going on?
I just wanted to point out, in the interest of expanding your audience as much as possible, that this is also Salad and Celibacy Day.
Salad and Celibacy Day. You're talking about steak and nard?
I'm a vegetarian without a girlfriend.
Salad
I know.
and celibacy.
I'm one of those sensitive guys.
That's really too
That
bad.
kind of sucks. Well, or a distinct lack of sucking.
You know what? Take a cassava melon, put it in the microwave for
Oh,
about
boy.
30 seconds, pop a hole. You're done.
Sorry, Rex. Bye.
Wow.
Taking it all the way to the finish line, are you?
Why not?
And over.
Which one was that, please?
That was boy.
Today's show has been brought to you by Rubio's Fish Tacos, Home Equity Mortgage, The Diamond Source, your Lexus dealers, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Thank you, friends. Also, thanks to the Fun Bike Center. They're hooking us up out there at Menifee Lakes today, along with Jamie, who's the head person in charge. Going out there to do some golfing in Temecula today. Cool. Thanks to the Roundy family, the Fun Bike Center. Also, thanks to Melissa Gilbert, who constantly reminded us that she is the president of the Screen Actors Guild and was coming on to talk about her big show coming on Sunday, 8 o'clock on TNT. It's the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Melissa Gilbert, little Laura Ingalls makes out. She confirmed it.
That's right.
Little Laura puts out, baby. And she hung up on me. Just like out of nowhere, out of the blue. Bam! Phone went down.
She had that other station she liked better.
Look for D-Ray and Mojo Nixon next. Why? Well, because our day is done. Back with you tonight at 7 o'clock for the Encore Show. Love your show.
The VCR and the DVD, there wasn't none of that crap back in 1970. We didn't know about a World Wide Web, was a whole different game being played. That's when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way? Picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just a walking in style with a portable CD player. No, you would listen to the music on the AM radio. Yeah. another summer in the neighborhood, hanging out with nothing to do. Sometimes we go driving around in my sister's Pinto, cruising with the windows rolled down. We listened to the radio station, we were too damn bored by the 8-track tape. It wasn't any good time to wanna be inside. My mama wanna watch that TV all goddamn night. I'd be in bed with the radio on. I would listen to it all night long, just to hear my favorite song. You'd have to wait, but you could hear it on the AM radio. Yeah, you could hear the music on the AM radio. I can still hear mama say, boy, turn the radio down. Oh, Mom, not that show again. I don't want to watch that show. Can we watch Good Times or Chico and the Man or something cool? Turn it off. Things changed back in 75. We were all growing up on the end and the outside. We got in trouble with the police and we got busted getting high in the back of my friend's van. I remember 1977, I started going to concerts and I saw the Led Zeppelin. I got a guitar on Christmas Day.